What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We did survive. And I don't know what Chris the Gadget, what the Undertaker, what the heck? You got a, you, did you get, you, you did not, is that, what the, what do they call them damn things? I'm trying to remember what they call them. We can't hear you, Chris. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Pop. That's what I'm trying to remember. Undertaker.
Okay.
My homeboy got this for me in Orlando. Collector's
And you got
edition.
some more stuff?
Yeah.
You go shopping, you got some stuff at the job?
No. I got the job. I got the job though.
Okay, cool. Well,
okay.
My mom's gonna be in town. My mom's gonna be in town next weekend. We're gonna swing up and see you.
That's cool. Shop might be turned into an eBay store. So I'm gonna be liquidating, meaning everything must go.
Right on.
Okay, well, we'll definitely be there next Sunday.
And me and Bobby, you already got a credit for the mic. So
yeah. Right
but,
on.
But I got
we all air right now.
I did find a lapel mic for you.
Right on. We on air right now. I want to welcome everybody to the FTW Future Focus. This is the mastermind, Bob Rogers, and with us we got the fearsome foursome today. First off, to my bottom, coming in with the Undertaker pop doll. It's a collector's edition. The man collects a lot of things, except being a showstopper. He still ain't that.
That was everybody that watched it said that's a landslide victory.
I don't know who you've been talking to.
I'm not gonna let y'all team up on me no more, just so you know.
I had people watching. They said I smoked you like Snoop did a blunt. I'm telling you, straight up, they understood my point.
They said you repeated the same thing over and over again
because it's the truth.
398. That's 24 years ago.
I'm going 400. All right, next to the bottom right. He is the quiet man, but he's the most deadly man because he knows what's going on. He is Marvelous Marcus Buckley. Marcus, what's up?
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
And to my top right, with the Naomi picture in the back, he got all these females going down. He's the second worst to Rob. Rob's busy with his Asian females in the basement, so we can't disturb him today. But Tony Motown Allen, president of Motown Wrestling Club group on Facebook. Check him out if you ain't got a group that you belong to that deals with wrestling. And I mean, we deal with wrestling on the real. Tony makes sure that happens. You know, so if you want a real wrestling Facebook page to go to, subscribe to, and talk about wrestling, that's the place to go. Tony Motown Allen, what's up?
Not too much. I'm not on Rob's level, but I ain't gonna lie. I just got done about 1 o'clock Chicago time. Went got me a 1 hour massage.
I'm
feeling good.
Well, I'm glad you had the happy ending. But ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Chris seems like he is stuck. Yep. Just like when we were talking about the showstopper. Anyway,
y'all gonna get off HBK. Chris did a phenomenal job. He had my vote.
Oh no, I gotta give Chris his props. He made some good points, but unfortunately, reality is reality. As much as I would like to cheer for HBK, but he's done too much dirt in the past. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. So, guys, this week has been phenomenal.
Man.
Yeah. Hell of a week.
Boy, you talk about wrestling that's been going down. We have literally been in a wrestling, how do you say it? Wrestling tsunami. We personally, well, except Chris, but all of us have went to Forbidden Door and seen that live. We witnessed Money in the Bank last night. How much food of wrestling can we eat? I mean, if it was actually food, I think we'd be stuffed and laying down with the itis. I mean, this has been a wonderful week in wrestling. I mean, am I just over exaggerating, or would you guys?
No,
agree?
I mean, here's what I love about the week, though. Cause you know how in the group we do the top 10. I don't know how much you pay attention to it. There's a lot of new names on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like this weekend put a lot of new faces in front of our American wrestling fans. I mean, Jay White, I've been doing top 10 for since the last 4 or 5 years. Jay White's name has been on the top 10, and this month he's number 1.
Jay White's number 1?
Jay White was number 1.
He didn't get my vote, but okay.
He didn't get mine either. FTR was the first on the top 10, got every single first place vote. Nobody in my top 10 has ever gotten every single first place vote because, between the organizations, I like this more or this more, for like every single body that voted said FTR is the best tag team right now.
And individually, Tony Khan said that Dax has been putting on a show. He said he's one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Do you mean to tell me that I'm quicker than Tony Khan?
It's not about that, but Vince McMahon doesn't come out and go,
it's about that.
The Undertaker is the best. He doesn't, when you hear an owner who's also the booker put up a guy who's not the world champion, put over him, I think that's so unique and different. Like everybody recognizes it now.
Well, everything about Tony Khan is unique and different, and not in a good way though. So let's not even go there. We can talk about that though. That's not.
We know the collision course is with the Bucks, and then they're going to have 4 titles each.
Yes,
that's going to be awesome to see. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't care about the Bucks.
No, what he's saying is they're gonna have that collision with the Bucks, and they're gonna take the Bucks titles too.
I like seeing historical things, and this is historical to me.
It is.
ROH, the IWGP, AEW, AAA. I mean, it's incredible.
It is.
And it's a good time right now too, because it's kind of like, oh yeah, Usos. I mean, Usos have been the best. Everybody looked at it as the best tag team. Unified tag team champions.
Remember all the good matches they had with the Usos? Some of the Usos' best matches was with
FTR.
Exactly. The revival at the time, but yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't care what they can say the revival, whatever, they FTR to me, god dog it.
But yeah, Dax put on a show. I don't know if it was a work or whatever, but him coming back, that pop, I know you guys were going crazy.
Oh man. That was really cool.
Can y'all explain to me how Trent got into some weird tag team that I never seen before?
I have no idea.
The best friends, and then I see him come out, and I'm like, how did they get in the match? You
just said the best friends.
Trent was in that match, though.
Why wouldn't Trent run from the best friends?
But can we get?
I'm just saying that was underneath guys in that match, and they didn't belong.
What do you think they're saying about Trent?
Right. We can talk about don't belong when we get to the Forbidden Door review, because it was a great time. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
but there was some stuff they could have left out in that pay-per-view. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
That's
Kyle
right.
put on the show too.
Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start off with the actual Royal Rumble. I mean, not Royal Rumble. God, no, wrong pay-per-view, brother. The Money in the Bank pay-per-view that aired last night on Peacock and other sources. We're gonna start off with that one. It was a very interesting night last night.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
It
really?
was. It was. It definitely was.
Out of a 5, though, was it still better than a 3?
No.
It was better than Mania and Rumble.
Well, we're gonna go there in a second. All right, we're gonna go there in a second. Money in the Bank. First match on the card, Money in the Bank women's title, women's contenders match. Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Oscar. I forgot who else was in it, and I really didn't care. But
You missed that little bit, Chauncey.
Shotzi, I knew it. That's the one I did care about, though.
I don't remember if you said the bitch Becky either, but yeah, you missed a couple bitches.
Yeah, I did. I did care about Shotzi.
You did?
Yeah. Hold on.
She was the worst one in the match.
Let me say this. And I'll go say this. Shotzi Blackheart has done a lot in the independents out here in Indianapolis.
I believe it.
She is out here, and I mean, again, there's not that many girl wrestlers, but what she has shown, what I've seen in the ring, again, this is happening again. But what I've seen her do in the independents versus what she's doing in WWE, WWE is telling her to tone down.
But she had a bad night. Can you admit that? I'm not saying the girl can't go. I love Shanti. I thought she had a bad night.
How can I explain this?
She had like 4 or 5 botches.
Botches are not always what you think it seems. I'm gonna put it like that.
I know, I believe that.
And the blame looks like it could go one way when it's actually the other. And when you go through the mechanics of certain stuff, you'll see that. I can notice that because I've done it myself. You know what I'm saying? I've caused someone to look like they've botched or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I see something different than a lot of other people that would not be in the ring. I see something different from what other people and most people would see, and I understand why they see that. You know what I'm saying? But me looking at it from another set of eyes, I see something different. Shotzi was actually real good last night, and in my opinion, the girls that was in that match could not handle her. That's why it looked like she was doing certain things. If you notice, the experienced ones was the ones that actually could take her stuff and she could hit her move smoothly versus the ones that were just coming back like Lacey Evans or Alexa.
Liv was horrible.
I mean, Alexa, number one, she shouldn't even be wrestling Alexa because Alexa's too light for her. That was one of the problems. When you're used to picking up people that's stronger than you, because Shotzi's used to wrestling men, all right?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Shotzi was killing boys out here.
Ladder matches tend to have botches, period. Because, you're working with something. So I kind of get that, too.
They do, but also, and the other thing is, that was right up Shotzi's alley. Because Shotzi did a lot of ladder matches out here. And what shocked me was when I'm like, oh, this is gonna be up her alley. It actually made me think, like, wait a minute, Shotzi, she might win because this is her mainstay. You know what I'm saying? She's known for doing ladder matches and stuff out here. And all of a sudden, the way that I'm seeing and that really showed me that WWE telling her to tone down, because you should see some of this. Boy, she does some crazy stuff on a ladder, crazy. And I looked at that, I was like, I felt cheated. I actually felt violated. I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't she do that? Why didn't she do that?
I will admit, Shanti was in more of the spots than anybody else, so she seemed like it was her element. I can honestly say that.
Yeah,
because it looked like, other than that suplex to Becky was avoiding every bump in that whole damn match.
Oh yeah, she didn't want to take no bumps.
She almost missed. She missed Oscar.
Yeah,
like they say, you want to hit that ladder. That it takes the pressure off. She damn near killed Oscar.
Yep.
Do you surprised? Just saying.
But in that matchup, Liv Morgan, what has people been drinking today?
Puppy dog punches.
Or the day before. But Liv Morgan pulls out the Money in the Bank. I'm going to go ahead and start with Marcus. Marcus, what the heck did you think of this match?
Nothing. This match did nothing for me.
Wow.
I mean, I'll give it a 1.5. I was just, the only thing that was clever was the end. I'll give it. I hadn't seen that before. That was a little different. That's the only reason why I didn't give it a 1. I'm sorry. Call me sexist. Women don't belong in matches like that. Sorry. But that match did nothing for me. 1.5.
Wow. I'm shocked. Tony.
I would say women don't deserve to be in this matches. They had the wrong ones in this match. Like, you put like Charlotte in this, you put Shayna Baszler in this, put Natty in this. They have talent you can put in this and make it a better match. They just had a bad combination for a ladder match for this. It was pretty botchy. I didn't think Shanti was the worst one. Becky, you guys pointed out, so I'm kind of happy y'all pointed it out because everybody know I can't stand that bitch Becky. And Lacey was a little disappointing to me too in this match. So I mean, I didn't go as low as Marcus, but this match was kind of disappointing to me though. I mean, especially when they kicked it, them being the leadoff match, I expected a hell of a lot more. I thought they were gonna set the show on fire, and it was just like maybe this should have been on the pre-show. I give it 2.5. Liv was kind of surprising as the winner, but I do the thing I do like about Liv winning is the fact that it wasn't like an already star. Like it felt like more like okay, back what it used to be. Like somebody who don't get title shots going to get a title shot. I mean, I think that's what the Money in the Bank should be, though. So I did like that aspect of it. Just Liv, really. I think I would have been happy with Shanti if he's going to go in that direction.
Chris.
I'm going to give it a 2, but Liv, you guys have been telling me for weeks. I saw it. She ain't got it, man. Like, she doesn't put anything into any of her moves. And this is why I don't like some of these matches with the women that the guys do. Like it seemed like the bumps they were taking, the women, they're softer. If I see a woman do it on a ladder and get up, and then I see a guy do it and not get up, then my believable factor leaves me. And the people that they had in this match, other than I did like Rodriguez.
Yes.
And I thought that Asuka looked like NXT Asuka in the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
I did. That's what made me think Asuka was going to win. I actually thought she would win. But other than that,
Raquel was going to win, to be honest with you.
I'm starting to think AEW might have a better women's division. WWE is just top heavy, and you can't have Becky and Charlotte win all the time. You can't have the two, and Becky it looked like she didn't want nobody to mess her face up or hit her. I mean, like, she literally danced her way through this match. So it is what it is. And Lacey Evans looks like she's digressing to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, my take on this match. I look at it with a different set of eyes. I saw a lot more good in this match than a lot of you guys did. I seen a Raquel Rodriguez that really stepped up.
She did.
I expected her to make mistakes. And I guess when I was walking in expecting some of these girls to make mistakes in this type of match, it didn't disappoint me as much. You know what I'm saying? Raquel had a problem with the balance on the ladder. She didn't grab the in the middle to pick up both of them evenly. It was like a seesaw almost. You know what I'm saying? So that's what screwed that up. A lot of other things that happened in there was crazy, but what was it? Was it a suplex that one of them took onto the ladder itself? Shotzi took a suplex. Somebody else took a move onto the ladder, landed directly on the ladder from the top rope. I mean, that was crazy. I'm sorry. I got to give them their props on the ones that could execute it cleanly. That elevated it even more. The ones who didn't execute it correctly, it wasn't that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and give it, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Really?
Yes. I actually thought it was a lot better than most of the matches that was on later on that night. So I gave it a 3.5. In my opinion, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And don't ask me why, because I'm very critical when it comes to these women. Liv Morgan, at first, let me state this. I'm going to state this right up top so nobody thinks I'm a hypocrite. I am so glad Liv Morgan got that title. I am glad she did. Now, let me tell you why. Hold on. But I said, let me explain it. Let me explain it before you say
you're jumping ahead of the show.
Hold on. Check this out. She has worked hard. She has put in the work there. And she has done a lot for that company. I think with the injuries to Rhea Ripley, you know what I'm saying? I think this was time to where, okay, we need a champion. Let's give her the title now so we can get that out the way. Because once Rhea's back, it's done. Because you know Rhea Ripley's coming straight after her with that Money in the Bank and winning that title. You know Rhea's going to come straight for her. Former tag team partners. How dare you take advantage when I should have the championship and I got hurt and you just run and get the championship? No, she's going to run right to her and she's going to run right through her. So it ain't going to be long she's going to have the title.
One problem. Rhea's on Raw. So that means Rhea's going to be on SmackDown now.
Think about it. Nobody's on nothing hardly anymore. They go on both shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That means the whole what you call it? What's the group called? They all got to be there in the end.
The dark,
that group is,
whatever
that
the dark.
Yeah, whatever
that,
they call
that
it.
group was done.
No.
We didn't see them. We didn't see him on the whole show, right?
No.
They had nothing for him. Yeah.
They got rid of Edge and Rhea got hurt. So, I mean, the group went from, like, something good to, like, an afterthought.
Garbage.
But I will say this about Liv winning the title. Like I said when we were messaging, she's not believable as beating some of the top contenders.
No.
But she deserved that belt a hell of a lot more than Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Well, and she's one of their top baby faces in the women division. So you have a baby
face. The title more than Ronda Rousey.
And think about this. That crowd was behind her. I told that to Tony.
Oh, my God.
That crowd was big time behind her.
Oh, no, they were sitting on their hands when I kept watching.
Not when she won it. When she won it.
Now when Liv cast in.
They did pop. They did pop for her.
But I don't like the reasons why they're behind her.
Yeah, I want you to be a top wrestler. I thought this was about wrestling.
Thank you. And this is all John Laurinaitis resurfacing itself once again. I'm sorry. And I'm going to say this straight out, and some people could get mad at me when they watch this, and some people could say, oh, that Bobby, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I watch wrestling for wrestling. I want women to be able to execute in that ring. I want to see a drop toe hold. I want to see a headlock. I want to see a hammerlock. I want to see people transition in chain wrestling to go from a hammerlock down to a headlock over to a ankle lock. I want to see
Taya, you know.
Hold on, I'm going there. The thing that pisses me off the most, and actually, to tell you the truth, Chris, you made me think about this, and I know you were joking when you said it, but it made me really think when I started thinking when it hit me. When and we'll talk about that match later with Natalya and Ronda, and I was like, Natalya's getting. You was like, yeah, Jim's little son, Jim's son, or something like that. And I knew she was gonna lose, when it came to Ronda. But it made me also think, what the hell are we doing cheering this on? Because Natalya is the best tactician that there is in the WWE Women's Division, period.
15 years.
Boy, killing it. She could bust any hole, bust any chain if she wants to. She's one of the best. She is the best technical wrestler. And I know you like Charlotte, Tony, but I'm sorry. When it comes to Natalya, Charlotte can't hold a candle.
When they bring somebody in, they have Natalya wrestle them to get them over, to work with.
Exactly, and that's what bothers me. Is because
Natalya's about this is because I don't know if you remember when they first called Charlotte up and they had them to fight. Natalya was pissed off that she didn't put over Charlotte.
I think she's the last person to train in the Heart Dungeon too.
She is.
I think I heard
She's the
that.
last one.
But see, the thing that makes me mad is you have these common fans that look at Liv Morgan. They look like she's 12 years old. And they're like, oh my goodness, I want her a champion. She's so cute. Look at her, blah, blah, blah. If you think she's cute, look at the little girl's beauty pageant. Stop looking at wrestling. Because a lot of women, Dewdrop is another one. Tactician.
She can go too.
She can go. And she's getting overlooked because she's not the, I'm the little small blind-headed girl that just no, I'm sorry. And then she's got to be a heel if she's going to go anywhere. That pisses me off too. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I don't like the wrestling fans when it comes to women's wrestling because they truly don't respect women's wrestling.
But you know what? Awesome Kong got over. You can still
wait,
hold
on.
No, remember she got pregnant. She got pregnant when she was in WWE.
But she was still getting jacked around by Laurinaitis.
Well, in Impact Wrestling, her and Gail Kim had some of the best rap matches I've ever seen. The David and Goliath matchup. I loved Awesome Kong.
Okay, but hold on. Check this out. Listen to the key things you said. First was Impact Wrestling. It happened there. Second is not WWE because you ain't got John Laurinaitis there.
Right, but I think what's his name was there? The other dude.
I know you're talking about, but he wasn't in charge of the women. Laurinaitis was.
Oh, I thought old boy was that played Brother Love.
No. Bruce Pritchard has never been in charge of the women.
Okay.
It's always been Laurinaitis. Laryngitis has always wanted to be in charge of the women because you imagine them in white cotton panties. That ain't no joke. That's for real.
They said he was picking women out of magazines, lingerie magazines, to become wrestlers.
Yeah. So you'd wonder why the women's division has been screwed up for so long. You wonder why Sasha and Naomi walked out.
I don't know why they got rid of Dustin Reynolds because he was doing a good job with the women's division for a minute.
And he was getting overruled, though.
I believe it. But you know what? What kills me is how come it's one big company, they let them do what they do in NXT, and then when they come up, we're like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened to the 4 Horsewomen? What happened to Asuka? You know, like
what happened to the Ascension? What happened to the Authors of Pain?
The whole tag team division.
Let us go through these matches and we'll come back to that.
All right, I got you. I'm just upset, man.
Oh, I am too. Because I'll save it for later, and I'll tell you the reason why it clicked in my head and made me so pissed off when I started.
They're holding Shayna Baszler back.
Yeah.
The next matchup, WWE United States Championship. Lashley taking on Theory. Chris, go first.
Chris, really?
Well, I think we all said Bobby Lashley would probably win, and he did.
No, you didn't.
No,
I didn't.
No, you picked Theory.
Well, but look, you know what? Had I known the fix was in for him to join, this is the Brock Lesnar thing all over again. You know, you don't have to win this title when there's a bigger title and a bigger mission that they're going to force down our throat down the line. He is a McMahon guy. Whether I don't know if he's there in control still, but word on the street is he's taking that Universal title from Roman Reigns, and I believe he will. So I'll give the match a 3.5, just because I thought they worked together. I thought they had some chemistry, but once I saw what happened later, I said, "Oh, that's what." Had that not happened, he wouldn't have lost that match. Facts.
Tony.
I actually liked the match. I really liked the match. I thought they did really good. I like the chemistry with Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley. I didn't realize what was going to happen later on. Not knowing what's going to happen later on, I picked Bobby Lashley. And no, here's the thing though. I went left as far as the reason why I picked him, and the reason he won was right. This man got his hand in this whole thing, and it was like a part of the whole master plan. I was thinking that taking the title off of Theory was going to be the FU to Vince McMahon. United Charge no more. It was honestly FU to everybody else. I still run. But I thought the match was good, and I was happy Bobby Lashley got the title. I mean, it was a good pick me up after the last match. I gave this match a 4.
Wow. Okay.
That looked like the old Lashley, didn't it?
Marcus, go ahead.
I give it a 3. It was okay. I was glad Lashley won. I picked him to lose, not knowing what happened later. I really thought Theory would win. It would be some kind of disqualification or something like that. But, it was a decent match. I would say the second best match of the night. So I'll give it a 3.
Oh.
Okay. It's my turn. I guess I was watching something different than you guys were. I did not like this match at all. I think Bobby Lashley should have came in there. He should have whooped Theory's behind and he should have walked out. It should have been no more than 3 minutes. It's the Jade Cargill effect. I don't think that it should have lasted as long as it did.
But they almost do that with Jade Cargill.
Huh?
But they almost do it with Jade, though.
That's what I'm saying. They don't do it with Jade, and they should. And it's the same thing here. I didn't like this match because it went way too long. Theory should not have got as much offense as he did. Bobby Lashley should have crushed this dude, and they sat up there and let him go on and on because he's Vince McMahon's pet project. I can care less. He should have got crushed. 2.5. That's what I give it. 2.5.
That's still pretty high.
Yeah, it's in the middle for me. I don't. Yeah.
They missed the boat. It's once again, the guy was in Impact, refining his skills, and his best matches are pre-WWE to me.
Well, in between WWE, really, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, him versus Angle and EC3. I mean, he has some good matches.
I forgot the name of the group back then, though, but the original
MVP and what's his name? Kingston, not Kingston, but
Kenny King.
Kenny King.
Yes.
Yeah, Kenny King was
good. I was digging them. They was clowning.
Oh, man, I love them.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup. WWE Raw Women's title. Bianca Belair taking on Carmella. Oh, don't give me that look.
Carmella didn't get fired out. They fired 90 wrestlers, and she's still there.
Oh, okay.
You fire Ruby Soho, and you keep Carmella. Come on now.
Look who she banging.
Right, and she's blind with a good boob job.
And he fucks up the commentary every time she wrestles. It just busts the shit out of me.
You know what I wish?
She's been with Enzo and Big Cass, and I never thought in a million years she would be the last one standing.
She's still doing the same shit too. She never changed or got better.
You know what I wish? I wish I could be on commentary next to Corey Graves when he do a Carmella match.
Oh, I bet.
Because I would kill Carmella right there on the spot and kill him. Because I owe him one for Booker T anyway.
I told you, I'm into believability.
And she's not believable at all.
That was a cartoon match. It was just a heel versus the baby face. Let's get through it. That's all it was.
But I got to say this, though. Bianca did hold her own in that match, though. She did not let the unbelievability come out too much in that match. I know she's got to go with the flow, but when it was her turn, it was her turn, and she killed it. She killed it. Bianca Belair, I love her to death. Too bad you with Montez Ford because you could get with a chocolate brother. But anyway, I'm just saying. It was. I enjoyed the match. I can't knock it down, but I can't give it too much either. So I mean, because it's Carmella.
Yeah, I get you.
Carmella. You know when she says Carmella makes Carmella is money. You know what goes through my head? Carmella is an EBT card. Straight up. She's food stamps. She ain't no money.
I'm not so sure McMahon didn't have her too.
Boy.
I'm just saying.
Wait,
maybe that's why Carmella is
money in the bank, to be honest with you. Like,
she's the J-Lo of the WWE.
Why you so J-Lo like that, man?
She ain't J-Lo, nah.
No, she ain't J-Lo, dude.
Nah. Nah.
The J-Lo that was on In Living Color. Yes, she is.
Hold on. So are you saying
Hey ho, not J Lo. Hey ho.
Are you saying Carmella is money because she has some type of contract, non-disclosure sign?
It might come out. I bet you. I bet you Stephanie knows.
Does Stephanie and Triple H know?
No. Y'all gonna get off on that. That she's a natural hoe. She didn't even know about an NDA. She was doing that shit just because. Let her hoe be a hoe. Let her hoe be a hoe.
She is the WWE's version of the bunny to me.
Oh,
damn!
Yeah, I know you're gonna go savage.
I'm just saying. Carmella is food stamps all day long.
Well, we ain't gonna never see the bunny in a championship. That's what I don't get. You don't see Carmella have a bunch of wins, and you're like, okay, she's dominating. She just gets these shots out of nowhere. Like, we ain't got nobody else to wrestle for the title. Put Carmella in the match.
Yeah, her
which we know, I don't get it, man.
All right, let's rate this garbage. Marcus, go ahead.
I mean, that match was supposed to be. Bianca went there and beat the shit out of her. I mean, that's the way it should have happened. Too.
Tony,
I'll be surprised on this. Not from Carmella. Bianca showed me a lot in this match. Bianca showed me a lot in this one. Like for Bianca to make this match more entertaining than I expected it to be, to make it look a hell of a lot better than it was, I give it 3.5. And 3 out of the 3.5 was Bianca Belair. Like, to me, this was like, hey, I'm for real. You put me in with garbage, I'm gonna make good shit out of this shit.
Yep. And that's what makes a good superstar.
Yeah.
Chris.
I gave it a 3.5 also because what I'm learning about Bianca Belair, she's one of those wrestlers that can have chemistry with anybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we could put her with Charlotte. I think it's going to be a knockdown match. Rhea Ripley, knockdown match. That's what I want to see in my superstars and in the champion. Somebody that I can say you can fight big, small, and put on a show.
Yes.
So I give it a 3.5.
Me, myself, I gave it a 3. Bianca gets all 3 stars. Carmella gets nothing. Carmella is the bunny of WWE. She can go in a rabbit hole or go boss Corey Graves around at home. Who knows? I don't care. Because Corey Graves needs to go too. I think Corey Graves is probably I'm not even gonna go there.
Real quick though, here's one thing you gotta give Bianca Belair credit on. We always talk about how like people get called up and get shitted on when they moved up. Bianca, in all honesty, is far exceeded anything she did in NXT. She's the opposite.
Yes.
Could I say one thing too? You can see the hole Naomi and Sasha Banks have made by not being there no more.
Oh God!
How top heavy they were. It's like that's 2 of their best female wrestlers that aren't wrestling on the show, and we got to watch this other shit.
Yeah.
But also, I look at it as with them leaving, it does give a Bianca Belair a chance to shine.
Right.
It does.
So.
But I want to see her against those top wrestlers, like a Naomi, like a Sasha.
No, I agree. 100%. I'm there. I just
gave it 3.5. And like you guys gave it 3. Can you imagine what this would have been if she was taking on like Shayna Baszler? Or
if this was a WrestleMania match, this would have been a 1 or a 0 on that biggest stage. This wouldn't have been a 3.
Can you imagine they had this championship match against like better talent like Shayna Baszler?
Oh, imagine if it would have been Ripley.
Yeah.
They would have put Ripley over Bianca, unfortunately.
I don't think so.
They would have. Yes, they would.
What happened to Io Shirai?
She went with Rio.
There's a rumor going around that she's leaving. There's a rumor going around that she's leaving.
She was she fought all these women that we're naming and held her up.
She went with Rio.
We always talk about the Japanese. No, you ain't gonna shit on Io now. Io Shirai, that's a bad bitch right there.
The goddess of the. Come on, man.
Can't do it.
This woman hung with Penta and Lucha. That was a phenomenal match, and that bitch took some serious bumps.
Yeah.
The
No,
stuff
that match was cold. I wish they do it in WWE as part of her WWE career. It's terrible.
Yeah, but if she leaves, if the rumors are true and she leaves, oh my God, what she would do in the AEW.
Boy.
Because they love the Japanese wrestlers. They finally have a good one.
No, one guy loves Japanese wrestlers.
Rob.
Hey Rob, hope you're watching.
He go try? Yeah.
I can see, gentlemen, I finally got somebody that I can throw in your face because you shit on all the other ones, rightfully so.
That's true. All right, next matchup. The Undisputed Tag Team Championship. The Street Profits versus the Usos. I'm kicking this one off.
Go ahead.
Dude, I'm sorry. This was match of the night.
Yes.
This is by far the match of the night.
Yeah.
The Street Profits showed me a lot.
Yeah.
Quit kissing Naomi. I'm sorry. I was shocked. And I knew they were good. But Montez was like he'd have been getting that powdered milk or whatever it was. He'd have got beef. The other one got slimmer. And they are, I mean, whoa. That match last night made the Street Profits etched in WWE, period. You can't get no better than that.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see them versus FTR. You know what I'm saying? I could not ask for nothing more out of a match than what happened last night with them two. This is tag team wrestling personified. I can't say it was the best match of the year.
Right.
But it could go for a match of the year candidate. You know, in tag team wrestling especially. Dude, I gave this. At first I wrote down 4, but I gotta. Once I think about it, I'm gonna give it 4.5. Tony.
First of all, I'm mad that you already said it was match of the night because this was my match of the night as well. First of all, Montez Ford is a superstar. I feel sorry for Angelo Dawkins because they were split this team up and had Montez Ford go on his own. I'm not sure what Dawkins is going to do. Montez Ford in my opinion, is the Street Profits. Like, I was really, really impressed with him in this match, without a doubt. You can't tell me the man did not show up and show off for that match. You cannot tell me he didn't.
I think they both did.
Yeah, save some energy for me and Marcus. Save some for us.
Yeah, because I got a question I'm going to ask you, Tony. Chris, go ahead.
They remind me of the Harlem Heat. And I'm telling you, it works together because you have the strong guy and the high flyer. Yeah, I think Montez Ford is a star, but Dawkins was getting it. And when he gets mad, he holds up. Like, you need those guys like that in a match.
But using your example,
the best tag teams that we've seen that weren't the same size were when you have the strong guy and the high flyer. I give the match a 4.5 because it seems like right now WWE has 2 premier tag teams, and even the mastermind said he wants to see FTR versus iteration of the Street Profits. I'd like to see FTR versus iteration of the Usos. They're getting better and better. Everybody sold in this match. Guys were where they were supposed to be, and they kind of told a story where I kind of was thinking the Street Profits might break up, or they're going to be. This is the team that's going to beat them down the road at SummerSlam.
Tony, what was your score on this match? I'm sorry.
You left me before that.
Oh, you did?
I gave my score. But the Usos get a lot of credit for this match as well.
They put on a show.
And in my opinion, if you pick your top 5 matches for the year in WWE, the Usos been in 2 of them. This one, and they match it with the New Day.
I don't like their finisher, though. The 1D or whatever it's called.
Shit, it's one.
I missed the splash. I just missed the splash off the rope. I missed that Samoan side of them. You know that
Real quick
splash.
though, this is 5 for me. I gave it a 5.
Oh,
Damn. First 5 of the year. He must be a Dave Meltzer fan.
Oh, in that case 6. 6. Because Dave Meltzer, like, there's no.
cut that finger off. Cut that finger off.
Only the Bucks get 6s, bro. Only the Bucks.
Oh, don't forget Kenny Omega.
The Bucks shouldn't even get a 3, let alone a 6. Marcus, go ahead. Before I start throwing up in this bad boy.
Not only the match of the night, it was the only good match of the night, as far as I'm concerned. Now, to me,
he didn't dress that at all.
Right. To me, Dawkins is the one that showed up and showed out, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Ford always does well. So, I mean, he did what he did. Dawkins, I mean, he definitely has lost some weight. I mean, his big ass was moving around. I mean, when he did that dive over the top rope, I was like, whoa. I mean, he stepped up. He stepped up this time. I can't take it away from him. I mean, I've been shitting on the Street Profits for the last few months, but I gotta take my hat off to them. They showed up. I mean, they definitely told a good story. We know the rematches happen at SummerSlam, so either they're gonna win the belts or they splitting. One or the other has happened at SummerSlam. So I'm saying it right now. So I get a match. I'm gonna give it a 4. I can't give it a 4.5. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Okay. Now back to something I was gonna ask. Dawkins, man. Tony, you gotta give that brother more love.
Yeah.
Dawkins is killing it.
In ring, yes. In ring, yes. When
you can tell he wants it.
But you separate them, and you know it's more. The WWE is more than just in ring too, though.
Yeah.
You separate the Street Profits, it's gonna be like separating the Harlem Heat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you know, the Dudleys separated, and they both had success individually in their own right. So I wouldn't shit on Dawkins.
Devon's a beast, though, man. I
mean, he was a television champion and Intercontinental. He was all over the place.
Yeah,
but Devon had the success that Bubba Ray had, though.
Yeah,
Devon could hit a promo. Sometimes, if you can hit a promo and go in the ring, you already know that's just 2 ingredients to success.
And think about
the nice thing that Devon had was the fact that he had an ECW under his belt too, though. Like when you can just like let loose.
But check this out. Check this out. If you remember something, and I want you to check out this subtle change. Remember when the Street Profits, I said, I can't stand the Street Profits because they keep going to that same prototype that they do the brothers.
Yes.
And if you notice this last little feud, they ain't doing that much.
But they still got them stupid ass red cups.
I get the cup thing, though. I get that. I mean, Tony gets that. I mean, I get that.
That's still part of the stereotype. I can't get with.
Yeah, but that's like the plastic cup boys with Kevin Hart. You know, we know what's in that cup.
Exactly, can't do it.
We know it, and that's an easy profit too. You can sell red cups for $10,
and they took off 10 cents.
That's the crazy thing about it. You're absolutely right. Though, like I'm gonna go to the dollar store get these solo cups and sell them on top.
Stand outside the wrestling show. $10 a red cup. $10 a cup.
Profit.
That's just money.
That's your street profit right there.
Boy.
Pimping, baby.
All right. Next matchup. Oh boy. SmackDown's women's title.
Oh, Jesus.
Ronda Rousey versus Natalya.
Jesus, take the wheel on this one.
Man.
Marcus, go first.
The only thing good about this match was Natty's cleavage. I mean,
wait, real quick before Marcus finishes. Are we rating this match or are we including the cash in, or is the cash in going to be separate?
Cash in will be separate.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing to this match. I mean, I hate the way they do Natty. You know, she definitely carried Ronda through this match. For that, I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Okay, Tony.
Natty is, as you guys say, which I can't even argue. I'll put Charlotte up there, but as you said, she's one of the best technical wrestlers in the WWE. She couldn't save this. Ronda's that bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I really think Bianca did a better job against Carmella than Natty did against Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey just that bad. I give this 1.5. And all 1.5. Well, 1 was for Natty, and then a half was her cleavage. Because there was a couple times I thought them puppies were coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, but she had them up tonight.
Mama.
Man.
Boy, you sick, man.
I ain't sick. I'm telling the truth.
I ain't saying you ain't.
Oh man. oh my God. I done lost track. Who did give a score? Oh, I didn't.
Wait, Chris go?
I didn't say nothing yet.
Oh, Chris, go.
You guys are nicer than me.
Damn.
Yeah, 0.5 because this match was just there for old girl to cash in on. They use Natty like this. Natty wasn't there to put over Ronda. Ronda is so bad right now, and hers is an effort and passion. You can tell wrestling is not something. It's about that check. It has to be, and they're still thinking, "Oh, she's a name." What they don't understand is Ronda is not a name anymore. She lost her last 3 bouts in UFC. Ronda's that 1 year she had was spectacular for a first timer. She did not come back anywhere close to it, and they still put the belt on her. They still put the belt on her.
She regressed.
Regress? She's not trying, dude. And Natty was just like, okay, let me get her through this so we can have this cash in. So I think there was just one of those matches they put out there for the cash in. They just, hey, Natty, you go in there, wrestler. This is our plan. Unless they plan that night and change their minds, it's like, go on and cash in tonight. This is horrible. Get that belt off of her. So I give it a 0.5.
You know what? Honestly,
if you say 3, I'm a boy.
Just for that, I'll give it an 8. No, honestly, once you say that, it actually makes me think about a couple of spots that was in that cash in that made me think that could have happened. I think they might have done that at the last second.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, she said she's going to take some time, and Liv is not known for her mind games to throw people off. You know what I mean? So I think that she said she's going to take some time. They looked at that match. They saw how terrible Ronda was doing. And for some reason, they couldn't call an audible to have Natty get that because Natty wouldn't have fit into the plans of Rhea Ripley coming after her. It just wouldn't have made sense. Both of them heels. So yeah, they gave Liv the belt, and again, like I said earlier, Liv was a good transitional. It's going to be a good transitional champion because it fits the story with Rhea coming.
But didn't Natty and Rhea tag together?
Huh?
Didn't Natty and Rhea tag together?
Yeah, but they had a problem if you remember.
I don't know tagging together, but
yeah, they tagged a couple of times. I know the last time they tagged, it was beef.
I remember Rhea with
there's a story. That's a storyline.
Yeah, but it's not as developed as Liv's and Rhea's is. And
Liv was with Raw, right?
Right.
That's why maybe we're right. Maybe they did do a last second.
So that's what's going to happen. I mean, Rhea's going to come through and I'm sorry. There's no reason Rhea shouldn't demolish this chick. I mean, but for right now, I think it was a good time to give her the belt. She could have the championship. She could be a face for a minute, get everybody all lovey-dovey, get her a little accolade, got a notch under her belt, and then she's going to get her ass kicked. I mean, it's just plain and simple, you know. I'm glad she did get the belt. I'm happy. So I got to give it a 2.5, and that's all Natty. Because Natty carried Ronda Rousey like a bag of groceries from Kroger. I mean,
that's a broomstick.
Bull, that wasn't even a broomstick. That was a brick. She wrestled a brick and still made it look halfway decent.
That's sad.
You know, at least Carmella got a little bit in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she got a little bit in her. But Ronda Rousey is just is.
We know she's better than that. Yes. I've seen her.
Yes. Yeah, she's way better than that. And unfortunately, I don't know who's training right now, but they're not doing a darn good job. They're not. That was terrible. But as we already let out in our things, the next matchup was Liv cashing in the Money in the Bank on Ronda, whatever her name is.
That bitch Ronda.
Yeah, I can't say that. She ain't a bitch. She ain't Becky.
No, she's not. I'm just.
Yeah. Chris, go first.
Surprise factor, I have to give it a 3.5 because on a one-on-one basis, she can't wrestle either one of them. She can't beat them. So you have to have a briefcase or some kind of gimmick to get over on Ronda Rousey and Natalya. So on the surprise factor, I give it a 3.5.
Marcus.
The cash in itself, I'll give it a 3. The match itself, I mean, it I was hoping that Rousey would turn heel after she won.
She needs to.
She will.
No, I mean,
I
right
there. By it too, though.
When she gave her the belt, raised her hand up, and walked away and looked back at her, I was hoping she was going to clock her, but she didn't. So I give it a 2.5. Nice. So I give it a 2.5 on the cash in itself.
Tony.
I'm actually gonna give it a 4. And the reason I'm giving it a 4 is not only the cash in, but as much as people were cheering Liv, the way they did the cash in, you can't tell me y'all didn't think that she's probably gonna blow this shit. The way that match was going, it felt like, man, Liv gonna cash in and lose, and she still pulled it off though. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
Who wanted to see her hold the briefcase for months? Like, what would you know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody wanted to see that shit.
I know.
She needs either a group, a faction, or she might need a manager. I don't know.
All right.
Her trying to threaten a champion with the briefcase, kind of like, please, your little ass, please.
My take on this one, it was cool. I enjoyed it. Ronda just did not sit well with me last night. I was loving. I can't believe that I was excited to see Liv Morgan come down and get that belt off of Ronda.
Wow,
that's how bad it is. Yeah.
When her music hit, I said, "What the fuck, Liv? Get it! Go get that belt! Go get that belt! Go get it! You know." And I mean, I was looking at Ronda like, "Get the fuck off the TV." And at first, I was like, "Ronda, oh yeah, I want to see this." Now it's like, "Get the hell off the TV." I give it a 2.5.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it didn't rise. That did not rise to the occasion of getting over a 3.
You're right.
You know, not my opinion. Yeah,
but on a show like that, that's one of the few highlights that they actually had.
Yeah, that's why I give it a 4 because it's like the way the show went. This is one of the better moments of the pay-per-view.
And the key thing you said was few highlights.
But that's why you got to relate some of it to the.
You said it right. Few highlights. Okay, then we go to the main event, baby. Money in the Bank ladder match for the men. Seth Rollins, Sheamus, McIntyre, Omos, Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and last edition, Theory. Yeah. I don't know whose theory was being written in this dissertation, but it needs to be taken back. And Theory ends up winning the Money in the Bank contract. This is Brock Lesnar all over again. This is a repeat of that. I don't know what Vince McMahon thinks that this is going to be exciting for any fans out there, and I really don't think he cares. I think he did that just to put his thumb nose to everybody to say, I'm still in charge. And this is who I want, and this is who you're going to get. Deal with it. This match, It was good. The rest of the match was good. But this cut everything almost in half for me. Instead of giving this a 4.5 somewhere in there, I give it a 3. Just because of theory. Tony.
Honestly, here's the thing. I mean, a lot of people saying this is like Brock. It wasn't really like Brock. And here's the reason why it wasn't. Didn't they throw Brock in when everybody was laid out? Like, Brock didn't start the match. It was like out of nowhere. We added him in there after these guys beat the hell out of each other.
But didn't he lose his title that night?
Mm-hmm.
Who, Brock?
Yeah. And then won Money in the Bank.
I'm saying if they would have had like all 7 going, everybody worn out, and then threw Theory in there, then it's like Brock. Him going in, I mean, he was in the beginning, so he had just as much shot as win as everybody else, because everybody was fresh. And I think the fact that everybody was fresh is why I say it's not like Brock. Brock went there when everybody was beat the fuck down.
Good point.
Theory winning, when he qualified already, like he was going in, it is what it is. I can't see him winning. I mean, but the match itself, in my opinion, was phenomenal. I really thought the match had a lot of good spots. I thought all 8 of them did an incredible job. I think the match could have been better if they cut out a couple people, kept it at 6. Sometimes 8's is too much. But I really think they did a good job, though, so I give it a 4.
Okay. Chris.
We know ladder matches are spot matches. They didn't have a Ricochet in the match. Or, like a Jeff Hardy type that does what, that they do. That go crashing down off of somebody. What I think WWE is missing is they miss John Cena. You look at the weeks leading up, they want to we need another John Cena. We're going to make a guy, and I think Theory has all the talent, but John Cena was organic. He came up, he was a heel, he was a face, he grew on us. I thought he sucked. And then he grew on me a little bit. And then, Super Cena, I wasn't a fan of. But that's the star they're missing. Roman Reigns will never be John Cena. And that's what I think they think Theory is the next John Cena. I personally do. And I gave the match a 3.5 because even almost everybody had a good chance to shine. I really wanted to see them give El Generico a chance. The guy can just go. If you watch that match, he sold his ass off, and we know he can wrestle. We know he can promo. Give the guy a shot. This is the guy. You gave Daniel Bryan a shot. Give El Generico a shot. Give my guy, Sami Zayn, a chance with that belt. And I also thought this was a match that needed Kevin Owens. You need somebody that's going to do something crazy. None of the guys in there impressed me like that. So then I'm going, then what the hell did we need a ladder match for? You going to slam it around? So 3.5, I thought everybody did what they could do to their ability, but we didn't have those guys that just make us jump out our seat because they do something death-defying, in a men's match.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the card.
I ain't gave mine yet.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
What the?
Sorry if I went too long.
No, that's all right. I'll make it quick. You guys liked it better than me. I thought it was okay. I gave it a 3. I think Tony touched on it. Well, first of all, you knew Theory was going to win when he came out.
Once he came out,
yeah.
We all knew that. Because I thought Zayn was going to win, but he did that. But I think that eight people is too many. I mean, there were times when I forgot like Zayn and Rollins were even in the match because they disappeared for so long. So I think 8 is too many to be in the match. So that kind of messed it up for me. So I'm just gonna give it a 3.
And you're right. Rollins didn't even do nothing crazy.
No.
Right. All right.
And
was
like
This to me.
I forgot Theory started the match because he disappeared for half the
Right.
match,
That's what I'm
then
saying.
came back for the finish.
Right. Too many people in that match.
And that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's why people disappearing because you got 8 people in there.
All right.
Yep.
I agree. It was too many people in that match. I don't like scramble matches.
Yeah.
I think they kind of is a disservice to a lot of the guys that's in that ring because
Yeah.
they can't really shine if you got all of these people in here. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, what the heck are you gonna do when you got 45 people in a match and you're trying to do a move that's gonna execute and you're gonna end up landing on somebody's leg or somebody's knee or something?
And
I mean,
Riddle was taking too long for his spots. They were just standing there waiting for him to jump on them. And I was like, 1 Mississippi, 2, jump already.
But that RKO was sick though.
That's one of the best. Seth
that
Rollins
was
could
good.
take a motherfucking RKO, dude.
Man, Kenny.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, that was
how many
awesome.
ways-
I popped. I jumped out my seat.
How
Seth's
many
taking
ways
the
can
best
he take
RKO
one of
from
those?
Riddle and Randy Orton. Like,
But are they going to give Riddle the move? And is something really going on? Because
I think it's one of those. At my opinion, I think it is going to be his move because I mean, I think even if Randy Orton come back, it's going to be his last run. I mean, Randy's up there.
I just like with the lack of technical wrestlers on the show, I want Riddle to be one of those shoot fighters. You know,
I
like
mean-
he's a tech.
I'm not a Riddle person, but he's got the talent to do it though.
Yeah, and he can high fly every now and then, but then
Yeah.
stretch somebody. You know, choke them out.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, he has that ability. He does
Yeah.
have that ability
Yeah,
to
they
do
totally-
that, but
He had to totally change his gimmick to make that believable.
Yep. Was that Pete Dunne that ran in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the hell he went. That's I miss watching him break people's fingers and stuff. I was so happy to see him. I was like, oh,
they
he
doing
needs to
him-
go to AEW.
Yeah, because they doing him wrong too.
Yeah. Him and Ciampa. Look at what they did to Ciampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck is that about?
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 wrestler in the world. They just
I mean, I remember seeing that dude in Bloomington for
Tommaso.
yeah, and I didn't know nothing about this guy.
He's got it all.
Who the heck is this dude? And when he came out, I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's a human? Really? And he got in there and was taking and was I mean he clowned. He clowned. I mean, him and GT Vega tore it off. And that's another one I wish that would have made it, but that's another story within itself. That was the whole WWE card.
We got a lot of matches for Forbidden Door.
That's why I'm trying to catch my breath right now.
I could only imagine y'all were there.
Dude.
I said it was 5 matches too long. You could have cut out 3 of the pre-show matches. Could have cut out Thunder Rosa and Tony. And to be honest with you, you could have cut out Jericho Society match.
I actually like that match.
I did too, but it was just a setup for like Dynamite. It wasn't like a Forbidden Door match.
Well, they got too many on the roster, and even with having the Japanese wrestlers in, they really didn't let New Japan shine like I thought they were.
No, they didn't.
I mean, you know, Ospreay shined.
Yeah.
White, but it seems like it's they do an ode to the old school wrestling to me, and I mean. It is what it is.
Well, there's one match in particular that I thought was horrible, but I'll wait. I think
wait till we get to it.
It was the second worst match of the year, as far as I'm concerned. But
God damn,
wait.
Was it the Young Bucks?
I'll wait.
I told you they don't let Sting lose when he's on pay-per-view.
Sting actually did good though. I thought.
I'll wait.
I'm not sure because we was watching it live though, but I was actually impressed with Sting, and I'm not a Sting person.
Oh yeah, I don't know how much they're paying him, but he's jumping off of shit, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think he did that much in WCW.
You know, you got a point. You definitely got a point on that one.
His check must be nice.
Fact. I mean, breaking the bank.
WCW paid him a lot of money for about a year and a half to just stand in the rafters.
Yeah.
All right. So we got through with that. I mean, it is what it is with the Money in the Bank. I can't say that I can't say that I was disappointed, but I can't say that I was fairly impressed with this show as well. I'm sure we all agree there are many matches on here that shouldn't. There's one match that definitely shouldn't have happened. But I think a lot of matches could have been done better. But we're gonna see, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna take this and we're gonna do one version of 101 next week. It's going to be the actual Federation version, AEW Forbidden Door versus WWE Money in the Bank. Speaking of Forbidden Door, that's where we're going next. Forbidden Door, we were there live, right there in the middle of it. It was going down. I mean, the one thing that I got to say is, Chris, man, I wish you would have came.
Wish I would have too.
Dude, the atmosphere.
I'm actually looking forward to the review though, because I'm waiting to see how he looked at it watching on TV versus us live.
Right, and that's one of the things I want to bring out in this. Chris got to watch it at home while we were right there in the United Center.
I think we probably marked out for more stuff that he did because he wasn't there with the crowd.
Yeah, but you know what? It reminded me of a larger ECW crowd.
Yes,
Like everybody. Smart fans know these wrestlers. They always try to put and call us marks and all this other stuff. They try to put AEW fans down, and I think they might have the most. Not AEW fans know what WWE's doing, but it seems like the WWE fans, the true one, might not give a damn what AEW's doing. We watch whatever kind of wrestling comes on. We watch, I used to watch the reruns of New Japan Wrestling late at night and ROH and this and that. So I'm just glad we get to see these guys shine. And it seems like they're starting to thin out the indie wrestlers and get the better wrestlers, performing. But yet their roster's too big. They got to be 2 shows.
It's too big, but it's a good thing it's big because all these injuries they got.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm hoping they split up ROH and AEW eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what I was about to announce. Did you hear the news on that?
Mm-mm.
They do have that in the plans.
Okay.
It's coming up soon. We just don't know when. They're working out some. You know how they got the little quirks that they got to get out before they can start something.
Yeah.
And that's what they got to get done before they officially get it going or whatever. They're doing a pay-per-view Death by Dishonor. They're doing that pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. But I think that's July 30th.
Are you sure? That's SummerSlam.
Well, it's in July. I know that. Let me look that up.
Okay.
I know Ring of Honor is doing a pay-per-view in July. And from what I've understood, what's going to be interesting for us is that they're doing them in the same spots that they did them before. So when Ring of Honor comes to Chicago, you never know, we might be there. Actually,
me and Mark's a couple other people from the group used to go to Ring of Honor in Chicago.
That should guarantee FTR, Samoa Joe, all those guys that we want to see.
I want to see Grisham. That's who I want to see.
It'd be nice to see.
But July 23rd actually is the date of that show. Lowell,
in Chicago? Wait. In Chicago?
No, it's gonna be in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Oh.
I'm saying they're gonna
be in Chicago that weekend, so
no, they're gonna eventually come to Chicago, but Death by Dishonor is gonna be there. I mean, I can't wait to see what they do with the ROH product. They've already got a new logo. They're trying to do some things, so I think it's gonna work out. The Discovery and TNT and all of them, I've been going around and doing some work on this. So I think it's going to be a good project. It's going to definitely be a good project. But we got the Forbidden Door. We got to kick in. Let's start with the first pre-show match. QT Marshall and Soto versus Gato and I'm gonna screw these names up so bad.
That's fine. We don't know them either.
And Hashi. So, Marcus, go first.
I got that match at 2. No surprises there. For the sake of time, I'm gonna keep it quick. Give it a 2.
Tony.
2.5. It was at see Chaos Live. I give it 2.5.
Chris.
I didn't watch any of the pre-show matches, so I'm excluded.
I was actually getting food.
I looked at the match lineup and
wait, Chris, he spent $26 on a burger, fry, and a pop.
what?
26.
Shit, I'd have pulled out a hot dog out my pocket. Where'd that come from?
Dude, we was out. I just said forget it, But
Hey, it's part of the show.
United Center is getting bank.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
$16 for my beers, Chris. 6 motherfucking teen.
Did they patch y'all up going in?
No, they weren't filling me up.
No, they didn't fill us up, but we had to go through the
I
metal
had
detector.
shots going down in my socks.
No, we went through a metal detector, but no. Oh, girl could have felt me up though. Yeah. Okay, back to the next one. Next pre-show match. Kamaroto versus Lance Archer. Now, I was there for that one. Tony, I think you was too. Tony, what do you think about that one?
2.5. I was happy Archer looked good.
Marcus, do you remember that one?
Yeah, I was sitting at the Goose Island bar where at the.
Yeah, you were gone for a minute.
Yeah, I was eating my food.
Getting toasty.
No, they got some tables and chairs set up outside their bar.
That's true.
I was eating my food right there and had it on their TV screens. So that's another 2.5 for me.
I'm surprised Archer didn't play a bigger part.
Nicole left at the same time. She came back and was gone a while. I'm like, what do you do to Marcus?
Yeah. Archer wrestled for them for a while, didn't he? I'm surprised he didn't play a bigger part.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. Chris, what's your score?
I didn't watch any of the pre-show.
Oh, that's right. I remember this one. I'm going to give it a 2 because Kamaroto was just screwing this match up. I mean, Kamaroto was really screwing this up. Lance is way better than that. And they need to treat Lance a lot better because we already know who's going to pick him up if they don't do it. WWE's big. He's a big man, got a face, and he don't need to talk that much. He could get a manager. Paul Heyman on his side, Archer's killer. Archer's killer with Paul Heyman on the side. So I'll give it that match a 2. Next match on the pre-show card, the Gun Club and Caster versus New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo. Marcus.
that was a decent match. I'm gonna get it out of 3. It was a decent match.
Tony.
3. Decent match. I was happy to Swerve and Lee won. So yeah, I give it 3.
We all on the same wavelength because I gave it a 3 as well. I think Lee and Swerve did well. The New Japan Dojo did very good.
Yeah, they did though.
You know,
It was good. It was a really good match.
Actually, I like them better than some of this card.
Yeah.
But, again.
This could have been the only pre-show match. They could cut the other 3 out and just had this one.
Yeah. I once I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So what was your score, Tony?
3.
Marcus?
3.
I'm giving it a 3.5.
This had to be different.
No, I actually think it deserved it.
No, I'm fucking with you, dude.
All right. So first match on the card. The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Oh, we skipped the Gun Club one?
I thought we did that one.
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Jericho Appreciation Society, along with Suzuki, takes on Kingston, Yuto, and Umino. So, Chris, did you see this one?
Yes.
Okay, let's start off with you.
I actually thought it was an entertaining match just to start it off. You know what? Jericho trimmed up. He looks like he's at top performance right now, like his wrestling skills. And it's impressive to see a guy over 50 that at one time was probably considered the best in the world. He's the one guy we know who's a chameleon. He can wrestle anybody. So I give it a 3.5. I thought it was a good startup match for the show.
Marcus.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I gotta say, being in that crowd and seeing that, I think I'm the only person in that arena that didn't know the words to that stupid ass song. But everybody popped for it, so that was good to experience. But the match itself was decent. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay, Tony.
It's funny you talk about the popping for that song because me and Bobby was walking back when the song came on. Like, let's go. I was out there too. Judas in my mind. I give it a 3 though. I didn't card this. I mean, they could have did without the match on the card. I mean, the match was good and stuff, but I didn't think that fit the pay-per-view. But it gave me a markout moment. The crowd definitely made it. And like Chris said too, though, Jericho at 50-some years old is performing better than some like 30 and 20 and 40
They needed some star power too, losing some of the guys that didn't make it to the show that we would have saw.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely agree with Chris on it though. But I give it a 3.
Let me say this, and I don't know if you noticed it, Tony, but if you noticed when Judas was singing and everybody was singing Judas, did you hear a couple of people behind us laughing?
I didn't notice that. I was probably too busy singing.
Oh, do you know why they was laughing? Because I looked at all y'all like y'all some dumb ass motherfuckers.
Well, I know you were.
Yeah, I was sitting now.
I'm sorry. It was electric. Don't get me wrong, but some of these people when they were singing was like they were trying out for American Idol.
Come on,
that
man.
Definitely wasn't me.
Don't do that.
I'm just being honest.
It's not a singing competition. It's a wrestling show. You're having fun.
I understand you're having fun. That's my point. Why you acting like you're on American Idol when you sit up here and you singing that song?
Some people got a voice.
No.
Judas says.
No, that was not a voice.
That was pretty You heard me earlier.
You should have seen me screaming yes one time. I was like, yes.
For what I understand, your girl had you say that all night, but don't even try. Anyway.
Hey, I watch American Idol. Fuck both of y'all.
It's better with Simon. It must better with Simon.
All right.
I watch The Voice. I watch AGT. I watch all that shit.
I watch The Voice, but I don't know. I can't get an American Idol. But this match was good. I gotta say, I did enjoy this match.
Yeah.
It made it even more pleasing because I had my food on my lap, so I was real happy.
$26 worth of food.
I'm just going. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna give it a 3.
And
I think that bothered me more than you.
I still love those spots where they just chop each other to death. You know what I mean? It seemed like they did.
That's the thing.
But they did. That's like that strong style. They did it in like half the matches that night.
That's the cool thing, especially when you're there live, though. The influence of Ric Flair, every single chop in that show.
Yes.
Woo! Figure 4. Woo! Like
that's all you heard. That's all you heard. I mean, it was lovely.
And what was the dude's name that had the designs in his hair?
Suzuki.
He don't sell nothing, does he?
No.
Even when he falls down all stiff, like, and then he gets right back up. I was loving him. I was like, this guy,
No, he
I
don't.
love it. I love that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
His nickname is Killer Grandpa.
That's who didn't him and Samoa Joe fight like a couple months ago?
Yep.
Yeah. That was a good match. So he had me cracking up. I thought he was just fantastic.
But see, this is the problem. And that kind of, it's kind of weird with me with Suzuki. I like it, but then it takes away from it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a love-hate thing. Yeah, I like it, but damn, why did they do?
He don't sell shit.
Well, you look at it from different eyes than the casual fan too, though.
Yeah, that's true. All right, next matchup: Roppongi Vice, United Empire, and FTR going at it for the IWGP and the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Of course, FTR took everything. They even took Roppongi Vice's draws. It was beautiful.
Y'all can take your little insight and trade information on your picks and shove it. Cause me and Marcus got this shit right.
No, Robert made me change my. Oh, they can't do it. It's the AAA. We all thought FTR was going to win, the best tag team in the fucking world.
But this
You
is the
listen to
thing,
Mark.
though.
Look,
The politics
you
do
need to-
come into
You
play.
need to stick with
No,
us.
I believe that, but I also said they might win it and then drop the AAA.
I
In
thought
the
that was
next
what
few
they would
weeks, because who's paying them more, right? Don't it still come down to money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I still pick by my
Nah.
pick with Cobb, because if you looked at that show,
The beast, though.
Cobb is a
The
beast.
beast.
I put on a show, and but his partner,
Garbage. Oh, let me say it again. Garbage.
so
Cobb
you
can
got.
wrestle that match by
This is
himself
what
and
we
would have been
literally
better
got in that
off.
match: the best tag team in the world versus a one-man team, and then two undercard guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I thought it was a work when Dax went down, because I was like, they got to make this intriguing, because that's the kind of match where you think they're just going to come through and wash them, you know? But his comeback, oh my God. I popped at the house, bro. I was here at the house like, oh my God.
And let me
Hey,
say this.
Marcus,
Let me say this.
real quick though, Marcus. I just got a message from one of my friends watching. They say to tell you happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Let me say this.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
The one thing that trips me out is Cobb should be somebody's champion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cobb should be the IW, not Switchblade. No, not him. I think Cobb should be that champion.
Hell, AEW.
IWGP
I would take
champion.
him over John Moxley as champion.
Boy.
And that would be a hard-hitting match, too.
And then imagine that match with him and CM Punk. When Punk returns.
It looked like Rhino went with some chick and had a baby.
A talented chick.
I was thinking Taz. Remember when Taz was at his best and he was just thighs and shoulder? And you were like, that dude's just straight muscle. When he came out, I was like, that's Taz right there.
So you said Taz and Rhino had a baby, huh? Okay.
Hey. And he
We got
might be one of them them Samoan motherfuckers that we don't know what he is, you know.
Actually, you know what? I think he might be.
They're breeding them.
But with this match, I'm going to give it a 4. I enjoyed this match. This match was on point. FTO, the right person won. Well, I mean, the right person without all the politics won it. I'm glad the politics wasn't involved, because I thought they was going to come into play and Cobb was going to end up taking them title. So I'm happy. I can't complain about it. Tony.
I gave it a 4 as well. I was really happy FTR won it. The pop when they won it was really good too. Though. So, man,
you thought the Bulls won.
From TV, watching it, it sounded like I turned the volume up. It really did.
Yeah.
Marcus.
I think it was also a 4. I mean, everybody said it. We all thought FTR was going to win. The pop was great. You know, Cobb really stood out in this match. You know, I could see him being their champion along the lines of a Stan Henson or a Terry Gordy Bruiser, somewhere like that.
Dr. Death.
Yeah, something right. I can see
Oh yes, oh yes.
being a champion, in their light. So I'll give it a 4.
Before you go, Chris, I want you to think about something.
Go ahead.
Think about if they did a crossover tag team with AEW and New Japan. Guess what I would do? I would put Wardlow and Cobb as a tag team.
I was thinking about Hobbs and Cobb. That's what I was thinking about.
No, I don't think Hobbs fits with Cobb. I don't think
Well,
Hobbs.
I think Wardlow fit better.
They look like the Barbarian and the Warlord, though. You know what I mean?
I didn't like them either. So
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is what it is.
Wardlow and
Demolition.
Cobb.
I didn't like either one of them.
I still think Warlow's green. He hasn't really. I'm not impressed yet with him. I know where it's going, and I think he's got a lot of potential. But I wouldn't take him over.
Going into potential will make that good, though.
I like Hobbs, man. I really do.
No, Hobbs is a beast.
But what about him and Keith Lee?
Hobbs and Keith Lee?
No, Cobb and Keith Lee.
Cobb and Keith Lee.
That
would be interesting.
Your
high flyer is also a big man.
I actually like that better.
I got some ideas too. I'm not in the wrestling business.
Yeah. That does sound good right there.
Yeah, that sounds good. Lee and Cobb. Yeah, I like that.
You got a big high flyer in that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could dig that too. Actually, while we argue, Chris, go ahead, give me rating on this one.
I'm with you guys with the 4. This could have went higher, but I just think the players. There was 3 guys that were stars in the match, and I get it, Trent, and they were selling and all that other stuff, but I was just going, this is a pay-per-view. This is when you gotta put, you're not going to have the Bucks and FTR aren't going to battle yet, but you still have to put wrestlers in there where I go, they climbed an uphill battle to win this belt. I thought as soon as I seen everything, the first 2 minutes of the match, I said, this is FTR all day.
Here's the thing, though. FTR should have been in there. I mean, Bucks should have been in there instead of them, because if you're going to go win and take all.
Oh, you can have all 3 belts.
Go all in.
They're saving it. They're saving it,
though, but it's like, realistically, everybody knew FTR was going to win it. You throw the Bucks in there, there's that more intrigue, like, which way they're going to go.
How would you be intrigued if the Bucks got in there?
No, I talk about like people would be thinking, okay, the Bucks gonna pull their politics and win this match, or if they're gonna give it to FTR. It wouldn't have been like as clear cut. FTR is gonna walk away.
We already thought politics might keep FTR from winning, just by the facts.
Marcus didn't.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup. This is for the All Atlantic title. The new All Atlantic title AEW has developed. Pac versus Miro versus I was going to say Black and Connors. Pac ends up winning this one. Chris, go first.
This was my second favorite match. I'm not going to rate it as high as the FTR match, but I'm going to give it a 3.5. And I actually, after watching how it came out, I thought Pac deserved this because all the BS that he's been through. He's beat Kenny Omega. He was the only, I think the only person that beat Moxley that first year before Moxley won the title. I saw how WWF shitted on him. So to see him win a belt that I think he can shine with, I think it's setting up him and Kenny Omega down the line. I gave it a 3.5.
Marcus.
I enjoyed this match also. I think all the guys worked hard. I really thought Miro was going to win.
I did too.
When he
I did too.
Yeah, when he got him in that I guess was it rear naked choke, whatever they call it. I was like, damn, he's holding it for too long. He ain't gonna get it. But it was really good match. I give it a 4.
Okay.
Tony.
Same reasons, same score. 4.
I like this match. It was awesome. It was real good.
It was.
Pac showed out.
And it wasn't sloppy.
No, it wasn't. That's what I was about to point out. It was not a sloppy match. It was very solid. I'm going to have to give this a 4 myself. Next matchup, the Bullet Club with the Young Clucks and whoever else they had. I lost track when it was the Young Clucks. And the dudes with attitudes, which was Sting and all his guys, Darby Allin, and you could. Let me just go first because you could already tell by my attitude about this match. Sting coming off the top of the entranceway was awesome. Love that. That was a surprise. The only thing that made me really like this match is when the Young Clucks did that double super kick and Sting said, "Hell no." I love that part. I wish I could frame that. Because that should happen to the Young Clucks every time they step into the ring. But it wasn't as good as the other matches at all. If it wasn't for Sting doing his thing, I just don't think this match would have gotten any type of exposure, any type of pleasure whatsoever. So I'm actually giving it a 2.5.
Wow. Okay.
Tony.
Surprised you rated that low. But I agree with you because you take Sting out of, I mean, here's the thing. Before I even go on, I'm not a Sting mark. I'm not happy he's still wrestling. I think the motherfucker should retire and go away. But for as old as he is, doing what he's doing and what he added to this match, I'll give him his credit. Like, Sting made this match. My rating is mostly because of Sting, more so than anybody else in this match, which I don't know if it's good or bad. Because you got the Young Bucks as a pillar in this company. You got Darby Allin. I mean, Sting should not be still in the show in this match. He should not.
I saw a different match.
Maybe.
All right. Well, what you rated?
Well, you watched on TV.
Go ahead, man.
What you rated, Tony?
I'm giving it a 3.5, though.
Wow.
What?
Well, that's the same number I'm about to give it. Fool.
Oh
You
my
made
God.
sound like you was gonna give it a 2.
No, I'm saying
I did.
for what Sting added to it with the entrance, the bumps he took and everything, it wasn't a bad match though with the other guys. I just thought that Sting kind of outshined the rest of them right now.
Can I go next?
Yes.
Yeah,
This reminded me of a WCW match. This reminded me of a WCW match. This is why they got Sting. And I think the face paint adds to his longevity because he doesn't look like some old corrupted guy. Of course, he's wearing a T-shirt. He's not flexing his muscles like he used to do, but he's still throwing people around. Darby Allin, I don't know why, if you guys like him, but number one, he might be the best seller in the whole company. He takes the best ass whoopings. He's one of them. He's one of the dude. He's one of them. He takes the best ass whoopings. The guy, I like guys when I see him do a move, they put their whole body into it. If you give somebody a chokehold, I want to think they really getting choked, not that John Cena bullshit you see with the STF. Darby Allin's one of my faves. And with him being so little, he kind of made the Young Bucks look a little bit bigger. I give it a 3.5 because I thought Darby sold. I thought Sting put on a show. And honestly, I think the Bucks are humbled. They're not trying to step on everybody they wrestle these past few months. Yeah, they look humble. They really did.
I agree with them on that.
I thought they were just wrestling, interacting. We're not going to do too much. None of that stupid shit they normally do. And I still think Nick Jackson is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
You want, Bobby.
Nick Jackson is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Chris on point.
3.5.
Oh, Mark is shaking his head. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep this short. This is a one. This was stupid.
Damn.
First of all, Bobby, I don't understand what you talking about. How the fuck do you know a 60-year-old man no sell getting 2 super kicks to the chin?
Because the Young Bucks giving it.
I don't.
He's supernatural.
No, it ain't supernatural. It's the Young Bucks giving it. That's what I'm saying.
He knows sold that one, but he took that doomsday device like a motherfucker when the road was turned on him.
I'm gonna tell you something. I tuned, and maybe because I'm giving it so low, because I tuned out when they start. I got on my phone when they started doing that stupid ass spot when they were doing some cartwheels back and forth in the middle of the ring. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? That was horrible. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this short. It's a fucking one. Match.
Damn.
That was horrible.
And you said my score was low?
Wait,
I don't want to get on Marcus's bad side, man.
Horrible.
I'm trying to stay off that man's bad side.
Horrible.
That's called daddy. That's called daddy got bad and you go into your room.
Horrible.
It translated on TV. I'm telling you, it really did.
I thought translated live.
It didn't translate to me. It was still foreign language.
Man.
I thought I was still staying in Chinatown. I didn't know what the hell.
Oh, okay. All right.
All I understood was Sting. That's it.
But you notice it's Forbidden Door, and we're still not talking about the Japanese wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like they didn't showcase these guys like I really thought they were going to do.
We're going to get to later, but I was disappointed with Okada.
We definitely
Okada was a little disappointed.
I'm just curious. Hey, Chris, how would you win this match? I'm just curious.
How would I what?
The announcers, were they popping for this bullshit?
Oh, you know what? This was actually the guy, Kevin Kelly put on a show. I mean, because he knows his shit, and he's not like Tony Schiavone where he's either laughing, giggling, and doesn't know anything. But even I thought Extrament, or as I call him, I thought he did all right. And I think Taz was on the show too. I think it was Taz, Kevin Kelly, and
they rotated him a little bit.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like I was sitting there going, damn, they're actually commentating. It reminded me of like Gordon Soley back in the day when somebody knowledgeable, that's just the old Jim Ross, when he's just spitting out the moves, the names, he's not messing up. I thought Kevin Kelly put on a show. They should hire that guy.
And it was
said, already.
It was said on the internet that Kevin Kelly was the best thing that people have seen on that commentating table. Period.
Absolutely. And Taz is just money.
Yeah, Taz is a beast.
Me personally, Tony Khan, if you're listening, I have like a request, and I think they should do this for anybody to like go to the show live. We should get a pay-per-view code to watch the replay free. We should not have to,
like they do at the races, where you can wear earphones and you can hear the commentary through the earphones.
That's true.
We should get the replay free. Like we should be able to watch it for free. We were there. We can.
Yeah, but see, I think what's gonna happen is a lot of people wouldn't come to the show, and then they would pass that code on to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Netflix password.
Yeah. So
people still understand it regardless, though. So
but that would be cool if you could pay extra for Bluetooth headphones like they do at the races, and you could just hear a live feed.
I want to do that live because I want that live experience, though.
Yeah,
like
put one up, put one down, just lift it up, put it on.
All right. Next matchup, Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm. I went to get something to eat again, so I can't comment on this match
either. I always saw the end.
I went and got ice cream. So
there's nothing Forbidden Door about that match, for one.
Yes, it was. And Tony Storm walked through it.
What she do? She's going to New Japan?
No, that she walked through the AEW door. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
don't like Tony Storm at all.
That was a Rampage match.
What was Rampage about it?
It's it reminds me of a dark match, like something
there you go, dark.
Between commercials and shit.
Dark.
Yeah.
Dark. No.
They didn't have any chemistry whatsoever.
Tony Storm, oh my God. Tony Storm needs to realize she's not in WWE.
Right.
Because she keeps trying to wrestle WWE style in AEW, and it's not going to work. There are very few people that's going to come over. Maybe like oh God,
Shotty.
No. I'm talking about the girl the black girl that just came to AEW.
Aaliyah, or what's her name?
Amber Moon.
Right, Amber Moon might be able to wrestle with that style. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to work with 90% of the roster. 90% of the roster don't even have a style. So let alone her trying to wrestle that stuff. No. It's not gonna happen. Thunder Rosa showed out. I'm sorry. I also watched the replay of that one because I wanted to see that match because I heard a lot of people clown on Thunder Rosa. I'm sorry. You guys don't know what the hell y'all looking at. Y'all need to stop doing this to these Latino wrestlers because I know who it is. You guys, and I'm gonna say it straight out, that these old dudes that don't like Mexican people sit up here talking trash. Sorry about your luck, brother. If the truth is Thunder Rosa is a beast, you don't like it, turn the channel because AEW ain't WWE. Go to AEW. Go to WWE. Go watch that. You want to see some skinny little thing? Go to WWE.
You could tell she wrestled men too. Like her style is hard hitting.
Thunder Rosa's beast.
Yeah, you could tell.
I love her.
I'd like to see her versus Tessa Blanchard. I don't know what the heck happened to her.
Oh, Tessa
Blanchard. Man, that bitch sent some gasoline to the bridge.
She's done.
Put some dynamite on that motherfucker.
Yeah. Little racist little bitch, huh?
She will not make it in AEW now after she clowned on AJ.
Yeah. Wow.
Because CM
Punk
won't
make it. Wait, Chris, she ain't gonna make it an impact. That's how many bridges this bitch burned.
Yeah,
I know.
She burned that bridge already.
It's a damn shame too.
And it sucks because she's a phenomenal.
She could go.
Yeah. It sucks.
Very talented.
The talent that she has.
Yeah.
I mean, she was trained by Tully Blanchard and her stepdaddy, Magnum TA.
They don't always fit though, you know. It's what you do with that talent.
Her head is way too big.
Yeah.
You know, and she's a beast out here. But
her and Charlotte could have been money.
Chris, did you watch this match?
Yeah, unfortunately, the right person won, of course, but I gave it a 1. I don't get it. There was no storyline going into it. It looked like a last second match.
It was.
And you know, where's Dr. Britt Baker? What happened to her all of a sudden? Why she disappear I mean, like, if you ain't got nobody to go against her, put that match that they had on for free on television and put that on a pay-per-view.
I agree. Yeah. Tony, did you watch this match?
I really didn't, but this match kind of shows though when you try to hit us with that blasphemy that the AEW women's division is better than the WWE. Watch that match again. That's your punishment.
Yeah. And they have
the only reason they booked this shit is because they try to put 2 women on the pay-per-view. And it's the best they can do.
Did you aim that at me?
Yeah. That was target right there. Target right there. You were so much of a target. All you need was a red vest and some khakis.
Ain't that about it?
I wouldn't be going to spend $16 on a beer if Britt Baker would have been wrestling her instead.
Yeah, might have been match of the night.
I would have spent $8 on ice cream. I'm just saying. Yeah,
we're not going to talk about the fact that Chris. They ran out of merchandise before the pay-per-view started.
Oh, we was gonna get into that. We going into that. We gonna go into that later on. We gonna go into that. I'm just gonna try to get through this so we got some time.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Right on. Next matchup: Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy. Now hold on, Chris. You watched it from home. I want to hear your thing first before we go into ours when we watched it live.
Orange Cassidy's over. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I heard the chants. The guy, it looked like a mirror image though, watching the match. I thought this could have been the match of the night, and it's not my match of the night. It's like number 4 for me. But for entertainment value, I thought they did a really, really good job. I gave it a 4. It's just not my match of the night. We haven't even talked about my match of the night yet.
Okay.
I thought they went at it, man. It just looked evenly matched. I thought it could have went either way. And I don't like watching wrestling like that. I don't want to see an evenly matched wrestling, to be honest with you, but I thought it was entertaining.
Marcus.
For me, this is my match of the night. Matter of fact, I mean, honestly, this is so far one of my candidates for match of the year. I mean, I really enjoyed this match. I've been shitting on Orange Cassidy for a long time. I've been listening to you guys talk about how good he is, but I couldn't get past that stupid ass gimmick with his fucking hands in his pockets. But he showed out tonight. He was really good.
He can go.
I was going to give it a 4.5 until I got some more food coming out of this match. So because of that, I'm giving this a 5.
Just real quick, yeah. At the pay-per-view live, these two made a bet.
Yep. I admit it. I
hate how the camera's reversed.
Tony.
I never know where to point. Maybe because we were live. I don't know. Because this was my match tonight as well.
But you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. One thing that kind of took it down. They screwed up. They almost lost that bet because they screwed up. I don't know. All night, I don't know if the wrestlers couldn't hear the count or because the referee was counting too fast. But they screwed up. They screwed up. The ref's hand went down for a 3. I don't know if it showed up on TV.
Yeah, he should have. When he did one and messed it up, he should have went like, nope, that's it. Starting over. One. It kind of looked like he counted to 3, and it looked like he'd never been in that situation before. You know what I mean?
I thought I had lost, but
you gonna cut in and take my point. But go ahead.
That's a ref botch, though. It happens, but
it was a ref botch, and on that, I wouldn't penalize the match for a ref botch. Yeah. But it wasn't even just that though. There was a couple of times too that the refs, you can see they had inexperienced refs. But I thought it was match of the night. And the crazy part about it is they stole the fact that it was match of the night because the first 5-10 minutes of the match sucked. I ain't gonna lie, it sucked. I'm just like, this is a disappointment. I was not happy with it. But then when Orange Cassidy turned it up, and I give him all the credit in the world because when he turned it up, threw away that gimmick and started wrestling, this became match of the night.
Yeah.
So what
I get 5. I get 5.
Now, if you remember, and people can look at the past podcasts, before we even went to the show, I said this was going to be match of the night. Before we even said anything, and before we even watched anything, I said this was going to be something that Orange Cassidy going to show out because this is in his realm. This match is the perfect match for Orange Cassidy because this guy can wrestle the style of Orange Cassidy.
You got 2 right tonight.
Yeah.
Like your bold predictions.
Yes. My thing was, I honestly thought that they were going to give him the IWGP United States Championship. And they didn't do it. And that was very disappointing.
It wasn't.
I'm sorry.
No, not for me, it wasn't.
Orange Cassidy has to wrestle certain people under a certain style for him to clown like that. Everybody says that it started off slow, and then when Orange Cassidy built it up, that's actually, to tell you the truth, their style of match. It starts off slow, so you don't get tired of them going fast 100 miles an hour.
Part of the storytelling,
and then plus. They don't lose their breath going 100 miles an hour the whole darn match
and get blown up.
Right. So this went perfectly. Everything I expected down to the T, except for, and technically, I'm sorry, the ref counted to 3. I did win that bet, but we're gonna go ahead and leave that alone.
The ref decision is final.
I know.
The ref decision is final. You lost that
shit. But honestly, I will be glad to buy some food because this right here was everything I thought it would be. Everything.
When did y'all watch the matches? Y'all keep telling me how much y'all ate and drank. When did y'all have time to watch the show?
Oh, I bought a whole bunch of stuff and just took it with me.
Bring your ass to the next one. You'll see.
Yep. But honestly, it is nothing but match of the night. This is a 5 all day long. And I'm sorry, I understand Dave Meltz on this one. If I could give it higher, I would. Because I expected this. I expected this greatness. Now, my thing is this. Unfortunately, we're gonna have certain people shit on this match. We are.
Fuck them.
But if you weren't in that arena, in the United Center, or watch it on TV closely, and can have an open mind about wrestling, you really shouldn't comment on this one. You shouldn't.
Like I said,
Orange Cassidy clowned.
Yes, he did.
Orange Cassidy. But see, the part that I liked didn't come from Orange Cassidy. It actually came from Will Ospreay. Remember he had him in the abdominal stretch?
Yeah, that was
he looked down,
yes.
put his hand in his pocket, and then flipped everybody.
That was hilarious. I loved it.
Sorry. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Ospreay is a beast. Yeah. Ospreay is a beast. And I'm telling you, when his New Japan contract is over, he's coming to AEW.
He has to.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be a fucking mega star.
And it's gonna be him and Danielson. That's
I'd
gonna
like
be
to see him versus Prince Devin again.
yeah. I don't know about that one. Next match. Another one I was right on. Zack Sabre Jr. versus a mystery opponent. As I
I
said,
say you had two bold ones.
I thought Marcus predicted this one.
no.
Cesaro.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said either Cesaro or
He said it first though.
Johnny Same Face.
Replay it. You'll
Yeah.
see.
Marcus said it first.
You
Yeah.
replay it. Replay
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I heard honestly. And here's the thing, because you got to keep in mind, guys. You got to keep this in mind. We talk a lot before we go live too.
Yeah.
I heard it from Mastermind before Marcus. I didn't hear from Marcus till then. I heard, but
He put on a
Bobby
show
said it before
Wednesday
we won
too.
the show.
He followed it up Wednesday and put on a show.
He did.
Yeah.
But this was. I'll go first in this one. This was a very close second match of the night.
It's a good match.
This was a technical match. Everything that I like to see in a wrestling match. Wrestling moves, reversals on top of reversals, the reversals on top of the reversals, on top of the reversals, a slap and then another reversal. This was beautiful. I mean, this is what wrestling is all about. I would like, and this is what kills me. You got Zack Sabre and Cesaro. I want to see them go against Dax Harwood. You know, I mean, I would love to see that technical aspect come out and then they just go and just drill it out. I give it this a 4.5. And the reason I'm only giving it a 4.5 is because it was one spot in there that was a little choppy.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got a match with Ospreay and Cassidy that went perfect. And then you got a little splotch. You got to take off of that splotch and give the devil his due. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give that a 4.5. Chris, go ahead.
This was my favorite match. And I also gave it's my highest score, 4.5. The botch didn't really it was thrown together. They probably aren't familiar with each other, and that's what impressed me the most. That Cesaro, Castle, whatever you want to call him, can just show up and put on a show like he's still in the WWE. He's always been hard hitting. He's always been one of those guys that we've all thought, why doesn't this guy have the belt? He's just one of those guys that walks and you're going, he damn near might be the strongest wrestler I've ever seen for his size. I thought he put on a show. The right guy won. And if Daniel Bryan was going to have somebody replace him, I popped. I'm going to tell you that from the house. I was like, oh, shit. And I thought Marcus said it. I said, how the fuck did he know this? So I don't know how y'all figured this one out, but I think that's a good addition to AEW for sure.
Hey,
4.5.
Let me cut in right quick and tell you how I knew. I knew when Daniel Bryan said somebody that he trusts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cesaro has always been his best friend in WWE, number one.
I never knew that.
The other part is Zack Sabre and Cesaro had a thing in the Indies a while ago.
Oh, they did work together.
Yes, they have. So, with that rivalry being as good as it was, I just put 2 and 2 together like, hold on, who's a free agent? Cesaro. And you haven't heard anything about Cesaro. That's how you know something's coming up, when you don't hear nothing. And that's why I put 2 and 2 together and said it was Cesaro, because what they did, I think it was PWG that they wrestled against each other in. Woo! That outshined WWE for a while. Them two clowned. So yeah, I that's the reason why I saw it.
He's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He has. He got crapped on in WWE. So
Yeah.
Marcus.
I'm gonna give this match a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. You know what? Chris, a lot of people in our section was saying Claudio. So it wasn't that big of a surprise to the people in our section. I was saying Gargano or Claudio basically because they were the free agents that were available, the two biggest names, and Daniel did say on like Bobby said, a technical wrestler, somebody he could trust. So I was leaning toward Gargano, but that was my sidebar was Claudio. But the match itself was fantastic.
Yeah.
There was a little botch. I think that might have just been a little ring rust on Claudio's behalf, but I really enjoyed it. 4.5.
I want to say something real quick. I just thought of something. This is why probably a lot of people in Chicago knew what was going on. I think one of those matches with PWK or PWG or whatever they was when they did it in Indies was in Chicago, if I remember right. Because when I think I remember when I saw that, when I heard that they were going to wrestle, I was pissed off because I couldn't go because I had to work.
That would have been nice to see him and Daniel Bryan go at it in WWE.
Yeah.
They did a couple of times. They did.
I mean, like a story. You know how Brock is always fighting Roman Reigns?
Oh, a story.
Yeah, like Daniel Bryan kept trying to push the year-long storylines, not these 4-week, the next pay-per-view, and then the storyline's over. They wouldn't even let him push 3 months. He would say, let me build a story.
Yep. Tony, what you think?
First of all, on the predictions on Claudio, and like I said, we talk a lot off air. I know a week before we went on air last week, Bobby said it.
I need to start listening to Bobby.
Don't worry, I got an ex-wife. She do the same thing.
That's why they ex-wives. Oh, you only have one. You only have one.
Hey, but you see
lightweight.
You got to meet my daughter that came out of it, so I can't complain.
Oh, so shit. Wonderful. Yeah, you got a wonderful daughter though, so you definitely got something out of it.
Yeah.
I gave this match 4.5. It was phenomenal. The pop for Cesaro was great. Like Marcus said, the fact that like a lot of people, it was just our section though, but a lot of people knew that it was going to be him. Mm-hmm. Rob, disappointed you were wrong because I would have popped even more for Muda.
Yeah.
Just to see Muda live.
I would.
But it was great live. It was great for him. He got the pop. And two of us, not gonna name any names, but two of us got the pick right too. Two of us also picked him to win. We did. Look at the books. We picked him.
Yeah.
Hell, I even picked Buddha.
Yeah.
But like I give 4.5 though. It was up there. For me, it wasn't match of the night, but it was one of the top matches of the night.
True. And our next matchup for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship is Adam Cole, baby.
Baby!
Hangman Adam Page, Okada, and the IWGP Heavyweight Champion of the world, who to have rocks in his boots to become a heavyweight. Switchblade.
Pocket knife.
Tony, go first.
Match is decent. It was okay. I just give it was okay. I mean, I didn't think it lived up to expectations, to be honest with you. It's the first time I get to see Okada live, and I really think he got lost in the shuffle. I mean, I think Okada did good. So I'm not going. So when I say that, I'm not going to be like, okay, Okada like shit the bed. He definitely did shit the bed. It's just I expected more. To be 1,000% honest with you. And Adam Cole, baby, took the fall. And I don't know if it's like he got hurt and it ended like it did, but the ending took away from the match big time. I gave it 3.5. I thought the match was decent. I will give it 3.5 because it was like really good leading up to the finish. I really thought the finish was pretty disappointing. As I think about it, don't give it a 3, not 3.5. They don't really deserve a half. That finish, and it could have been injury prompt. It could have been injury related, but in all honesty, it's a fatal 4-way. You could have rolled his hurt ass out the ring and made it a triple threat, to be honest with you. And had a better finish than what they had, though. I thought the finish was a really big letdown. But I was hoping to see more from Okada in that match as well.
So is it a 3 or a 3.5?
3.
Okay.
Because as I'm saying that thing about the match, it didn't deserve the extra half.
Chris.
Well, you can tell Okada's beat up. Everybody can't wrestle decades after decades like a Ric Flair. Okada's been doing it for at least 15 years. This should have been
40.
I'm just saying this should have been a one-on-one match, period. I think it would have been better just Adam Cole. They had a built-in storyline with the Bullet Club. And it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have took away from Adam Cole whether he lost or won. If he had won, then you got, oh boy, chasing him. And you put another belt on Adam Cole instead of that pink Owen Hart belt. Since you didn't let him win the AEW belt from Page, which now that I think about it, he probably should have won that belt from him. Well, I'm just saying how it's turned out. Moxley has the belt again. Moxley's got the belt back. I mean, we're back at square one with the world title, and we know it's going to end up. It's going to be CM Punk versus Moxley, and Punk will get the belt back. But I'm just saying, I think Adam Cole and CM Punk could have had a great match. To be honest with you, they both can go. So I think this would have been, it would have been Okada and they got their thing going over in Japan. It wasn't going to be that. I think he just came to run through the motions. They needed another big name for the show. And like I said from the beginning, they really didn't put over the New Japan wrestlers like we thought they were. They didn't let them really shine, except the white guys that wrestle over there that already have belts. That's who shined. The tag team champs dropped the belt. Ospreay kept his belt. White kept his belt. It is what it is. I gave it a 3.
Things too, where
it was average. Even a triple threat would have been too much. This should have just been a one-on-one match, and it probably have been higher up on all of our points. It could have been a match of the night candidate, possibly.
1,000% agree.
So what's your score, Chris?
3.
Marcus?
I'm gonna give it a 3. Also, the match was okay. I read that was a botched ending. It wasn't supposed to end that way. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but that wasn't supposed to be it. Cole didn't kick out in time. So, but the match itself,
I think Cole's hurt. To be honest with you, I think Cole's hurt.
Yeah, maybe, but that wasn't the way it's supposed to end, though. So I'm just gonna give it a 3
because he wasn't at Dynamite, he wasn't at Rampage. They're not mentioning nothing. The bus coming out at the end of the match, I think it was an injury thing.
It did come out right before, and then the reports just all of a sudden disappeared. He took something from Okada and I think got a concussion. So that's why he didn't kick out in time, because it happened right before he pinned him. So they didn't have time to see if he was okay to go ahead and call an audible. That's something I see that,
right up, but we're just speculating at this point, though.
Yeah, but he was hurt. He would have kicked out of that. Kicked out of that. So, and the only thing that would make me think he couldn't kick out of something was a concussion or a stinger. It's either
or just lights out. He was actually knocked out.
Yeah. So I gave it a 3. It was an okay match. It did not meet the high expectation of the four other matches. This is actually 5th of mine on the card.
Especially 4 main event wrestlers. It was a letdown.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. And then we go to the main event. Tanahashi versus Jon Moxley. Oh God, that dude gets on my nerves with that. Anyway,
yes.
I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna go first in this because I'm gonna puke in my mouth. I did not like this. I did not like this match at all. I thought Tanahashi should have took that belt.
What?
Yes, I besides Jon Moxley doing the same old all over again, Tanahashi should have took that belt, and it would have made it more intriguing. Because we would have tried to figure out who was going to take that belt from him, or if CM Punk was going to be the one to take Tanahashi down. I did not like Moxley getting this belt at all. I didn't. I'm sorry. Everybody will get on me because, and I'm going to state this right now for people that's watching. I'm not crapping on deathmatch wrestling. I have friends that are deathmatch wrestlers. Mickey Knuckles, love her to death. The Amazing Pookie, one of the guys that showed me how to work. So toughened me up for the ring. Very, very good deathmatch wrestler. You got oh god, and he's gonna kill me. But Josh Crane is one guy that's been over to Japan doing deathmatch wrestling, but he can come in and he can work a clinic. You know what I'm saying? Dale Patricks is another one in the independents that can do deathmatch wrestling and can put on a clinic. But Moxley does not put on a clinic. Moxley is just, it seems like to me, a pure deathmatch wrestler. And I got a problem with that. I think you should have some technical ability about yourself when you're that champion. You got to have some technical ability, and I have not seen that from him. I've seen this, okay, I'll pull off a couple of moves, and I'm pulling out a garbage can or something like that, and then it's done. And the people that I've named, even Mickey Knuckles, a female, do not do that. They tell a story when they get to sit up there and work and they do death matches. I don't see that with Moxley. I was very disappointed. I thought Tanahashi should have took it, and they should have had them trying to get their belt back for AEW. And they really, I think, in my opinion, missed the boat on this. I'm giving this a 2.5. Tony.
I really didn't think it was a bad match. And I picked Moxley to win because I just knew that's where they were going with it, though. But I really think it was a bad match. I thought they had good chemistry. I thought the match went pretty decent. It wasn't a death match. I mean, for what the match was, I thought it was pretty decent. Match of the night, definitely not. Not even close. Top 2 matches, no, definitely not. Not even close. But for what we had, I mean, in my opinion, and I mentioned it probably last week, though, I really thought the Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP title should have been the main event, not this one, because it was Tanahashi versus Moxley. But the match itself, I thought was really good. I thought it served its purpose. Not all of us, but some of us knew the Moxley was going to win the belt. I give it 3.5.
Chris.
I must have saw a different match. Tanahashi didn't show up. I was sitting there going, what the hell? This is the guy that was supposed to fight CM Punk? Like chemistry, this was about as mild a John Moxley as you'll see, because you saw what he did Wednesday. So I don't think he could have done 2 death matches in a row that close together, because he damn near tried to kill himself Wednesday in that cage. You know what I mean? I just think he's a name. I think Tony Khan used to watch WWE, and he had his favorite wrestlers that he loved. And when he brought him back, we know he loves CM Punk. We know it, but we know he loves him some John Moxley.
He definitely loves John Moxley.
We know it. He's not even a transitional champion. You put 2 big names on paper, you go Moxley versus Punk. That sounds huge if it was in the WWE. Because of what we've seen and how it's all accumulated, we're going to be like, Punk better win that match, So I gave it a 2.5, but not because of Moxley. I thought Tanahashi, he did not show up to me. I did not think I thought he was just going through the motions during the match.
And Marcus.
I was hoping I would go before Chris, because I knew he was going to say that. I've seen Tanahashi wrestle several times, and the guy is really good. So I don't know if it was jet lag. I don't know, but that wasn't the Tanahashi that I've seen work with Nakamura or Okada or several times before in matches. I mean, he's really a good wrestler, and he didn't show up. I'm not going to say he didn't show up, but I expected more. That's why I'm surprised Tony said they had good chemistry, because I didn't see it at all.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see.
I thought they did decent.
I don't think
phenomenal. What was thought that was
decent doesn't cut it when you're the main event.
Right. I don't think he worked well with Moxley at all, in my opinion. But the matchup was okay, and I was really disappointed that Punk didn't come out and at least stand at the walkway and raise his belt up just for the sake of the pop. I was disappointed that didn't happen. So just a 2.5 for me.
Even when Tony Khan came out at the end, I'm not sure if this all got error and like he gonna bring somebody out, and then he bring out Brody Lee's kid. I'm just like, this motherfucking cock teasing bastard.
Tony Khan misses the boat. These are the little things about wrestling that he should have known to give you guys that CM Punk pop.
Yeah,
Chicago has some of the best and smartest wrestling. You guys are showing me. All you guys are Chicago guys. Some of the smartest wrestling fans in the world are from Chicago and Philadelphia. So for him not to do that and let y'all mark out, he stole that from you guys.
Let me say this, and this is why actually Marcus said it too quick because that was going to be the next section I was going to talk about. Some of the things that disappointed us at AEW. There was only a couple. I mean, it wasn't a lot, at least in my book. But I want to speak on Tanahashi for a second. The reason why I brought up the deathmatch part with Moxley is because Tanahashi is the type of wrestler that he feeds off of who he wrestles with. All right. If he wrestles a CM Punk, he's going to do excellent because he feeds off of CM Punk. If he wrestles a Daniel Bryan, he's going to do excellent because he feeds off of Daniel Bryan. If he gets somebody like Jon Moxley, you know what I'm saying? Some of the matches I've seen him not do too good in is guys that are not too good technically sound. So Tanahashi's good. It's just who he went against is why I said what I said. It was Moxley. It's just that, and of course that chemistry wasn't there.
So that means the Undertaker fed off of Shawn Michaels, and that's why those matches were good. And
don't you mean the other way around?
I made that point, and now you just made that point, but you wouldn't accept it when it was HBK.
Right, because HBK wasn't the one leading that match. It was the Undertaker.
No. You are a hater. You are a player hater, and you just proved my point. It was a landslide.
Everybody know that.
It was a landslide, wasn't it, Tony?
Yes, exactly.
But Chris, you wasn't there. Marcus, what would you say would be some of the things that disappointed you about Forbidden Door?
Well, the fact that we didn't get Punk, the botch counts with the referees. It wasn't much. Other than that, I mean, overall, I thought the show was really good. Chicago came out. As a live audience. I think most of the guys worked hard, but the Young Bucks, Jesus Christ, that was just
you just had to ruin it, didn't you?
A bit small. But other than that, I really enjoyed myself.
Tony,
the crowd was electric. It was a phenomenal night. It was more good than bad. But I said before they could cut off 5 matches in this night, and it'll be phenomenal matches. 3 of those matches are pre-show matches. Could cut out 3 of those. Thunder Rosa, Tony Storm, you could have cut that out. Like, you could have trimmed this card down. But overall, good night. Overall, a good night, though. The whole thing with like Moxley and Tanahashi, I mean, yeah, we're gonna shit on it, but it wasn't it wasn't the original booking. Like,
true.
I think they could have did a better job of replacing CM Punk than Jon Moxley, but they had too many injuries. I mean, like, we didn't get the CM Punk pop, which is my biggest disappointment. That's the biggest thing that I wanted.
Daniel Bryan would have been obvious.
I mean, like, we didn't get Bryan Danielson because he's hurt. Like,
he's hurt.
So many. It's just like the injuries and shit like that. I don't think if CM Punk and CM Punk would have been healthy, I don't think Okada would have been in that match.
All right, let me say this. I was disappointed in a couple of things. One was definitely the CM Punk. They didn't bring him out. I think he should have came out. They should have had him come out. I mean,
the belt up.
100%. Yes. The other part is them damn seats. They don't think about tall people in that brother. I had to lean to the side to sit where we was at. I mean,
Marcus, lean up
my
this
knees
knee.
is going into
Yeah,
the
they
other
go against
person's
me.
neck. They don't think about tall people at the United Center. If you're a tall person, you should be playing for the Bulls. Other than that, you screwed. Straight up. And am I lying? I was twisted.
It was tight. It was tight.
I could not fit in them seats, man. I couldn't fit in them. The third thing that I was disappointed was the cost of food. The cost of food was ridiculous. I think that was very overpriced.
Can I throw something in?
What?
You should not run out of merchandise during the pre-show.
That was going to be my next thing.
Yeah.
You should
Like
not.
I like these shirts, but these ain't the ones we wanted,
Right.
and we barely got these.
Do you know right after when did we go to get shirts? What was that?
During
like
the fourth pre-show, match. It was right at the Swerve and league.
And they ran out of shirts. All
We
they
had
had was
to go to
small.
3 different stands to get a shirt. Everybody else has small. Who the fuck go to wrestling wearing a small?
I'm not Twiggy. First of all, you give me a small seat. Now you try to give me a small shirt. What you calling me, Britney Spears? I mean, that was ridiculous. That pissed me off. But I got to get one beautiful. Oh, another disappointment. Tay Conti was there. But I got to get one beautiful.
Wait. Some dude got kicked out.
Oh yeah.
We're taking pictures of Tay Conti.
Yeah. I posted
Of
the
all
video in the group. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Not only Tay Conti, the back of Tay Conti.
Yes.
My question is, what's back there? She has nothing. She's flatter than a sanded board. And somebody wanted, that ticked me off. But let me say,
18-year-olds with better ass than her.
I know 6-year-olds are better. I don't know.
Hey, don't cross that line. Don't let that go.
Want to go there.
Yeah, just stay it.
Don't say it.
Boy.
That's why I say 18, but I was gonna but that me and you on the same page. Exactly.
19 and a half and above.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say better behind. I was gonna say more developed, but we're gonna leave it alone. But this is one of the things that I can say that I was happy with. Some of the few things. The crowd was electric. I love the crowd. The crowd kept everything just live and joyous.
Yeah.
We got FTR dominating the scene. And guess what? The number one benefit that I loved going to this AEW show was the bunny did not appear.
Oh God.
Oh, but she'll be all out.
I know. I got a feeling she's going to show up there, and I don't want this. When we go take pictures, I do not want to run into that same situation.
I'm going to buy you one.
No, you ain't.
I'm going to get you one.
No, you ain't. Because she probably remember me from that last time the pictures were taken over there.
I'm going to get a sit on your map.
I hope not. Because I don't want to remember her either.
Hey, did you see in the funhouse I posted on Rosemary?
No.
Go check it out.
I love Rosemary.
I know you do.
Oh, that's who AEW should have picked up. Think about Rosemary versus Abaddon.
Do they still have Abaddon?
They would probably form a faction.
Do they even still have Abaddon?
I've seen her.
She's on dark.
Okay, yeah, I've seen her in months.
I don't know why she's on dark, but she got trimmed though. She's gotten a lot trimmer than what she was.
Yeah.
Me and Marcus don't watch dark, so we haven't seen her in months.
Not at all.
They need to bring her up, man, but I don't know. So we got
the way that WWE is, you're absolutely right. They're gonna snatch her from them.
Yeah, because they got the graphics and everything to make her character beautiful. It would be beautiful. It'd be the female Undertaker with her. But we got 7 minutes left. Real quick, Chris started off. Moment of the week in wrestling.
I have to say Dax coming back in that match because I didn't know if he would or wouldn't. You know, whenever somebody goes, he was gone for a long time. I don't know if it seemed like forever to you guys.
It felt like it. I didn't think he was coming back at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and but then he wasn't. He was on Wednesday night show. So, but I just
That
thought
doesn't
that
work. Doesn't
them
work for the
winning,
match.
them winning the belts, them having 3 out of the top tag team titles in the world, and we know the AEW one's coming. I just like to see history in the making, and FTR's finally getting the love that they should have gotten years and years ago. They are the best damn tag team in the world, and there's no argument.
No, it's not. Marcus.
You know what? Mine's just a carryover from last week because we didn't touch on this last week.
Boo.
But Christian's heel turn. First of all,
Ooh.
that promo he cut talked directly to MJF. I mean, he talked. I mean, Christian is a hell of a promo, and now you put him with. Even though Luchasaurus got that stupid ass gimmick, I'm excited to see what they could do with him wrestling as a heel, as a big guy with Christian as his manager. So I didn't expect them to come out together like that. So that was my moment right there.
Tony.
First of all, I'm gonna give you credit. That was a good moment because him as a heel and his promos as a heel, is good.
But
My moment of the week though is the crowd in Forbidden Door and just the live moments you have. The Adam Cole, baby. I also guess it was Adam Cole. And people gonna shout baby.
No, I got so sick of y'all doing that shit all night. Especially
Hold
you and
on,
Nicole.
Chris.
Every minute of it.
Chris.
Especially you and Nicole in the car.
Chris,
Yeah.
let me tell him this story real quick. I was sitting up there walking and I said, I hate Adam Cole. And then somebody said, baby.
I got so sick of that shit. Oh my god.
That shit was funny as hell.
Oh man.
And you know, I'm not American Idol. I'm not The Voice. But Judas in my mind. The crowd was definitely my moment of the week because it was like so much fun to be there live and experience that though. So that's my moment of the week.
My moment of the week, and y'all gonna be shocked when I say this, was Orange Cassidy versus Ospreay match.
Yeah, that was good.
That right there showed a lot from Orange Cassidy. It showed a lot of gumption. It showed a lot of fire. And it shows Tony Khan ain't as stupid as people think he is.
Well,
I mean,
well.
you throw a bunch of shit on the wall, something's gonna stick.
Hold on, Chris. Marcus, what you saying, man?
No, you know I love Orange Cassidy, but the librarian, he has some misses, man. Marco's son.
I'm saying the same thing I've been saying for the last 6 months. I mean, you know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying.
So well, hold on. Let's do this. Why don't we have a little bit debate next week about that?
I mean, if you want to go 0-2,
where'd the O come from?
That'd be 0-3.
I mean, man.
Where'd the O come from? I'm winning.
You're looking at him, baby.
Man.
Chris Cole, baby.
Man.
Chris got a cold.
I mean,
do we need some Robitussin? I mean,
it was a landslide, man.
Said, you want to take another L, bitch?
I embarrassed you, man.
That's what Marcus said.
Now you started stuttering and repeating yourself. I mean,
right, because it was nothing else. That was the main points. What do you want?
Don't let Marcus. Don't let Marcus destroy you too. Because I'm already predicting an ass whooping.
Next week we got a doubleheader 1-on-1. Tony Khan's booking Marcus versus me. It's going down.
So we're gonna do both 1-on-1s. That would end the pay-per-view 1-on-1s next week.
Yep.
What's the other one?
The pay-per-view AEW versus WWE Money in the Bank.
Who's doing those two?
Why are we talking about? Why are we doing either one of those? I mean,
that's not. If you remember, the last time we did it, it's not talk about. It's going by what we rated it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say what what we're
going to do is take the best matches out of one versus the best matches out of the other, the top match from one versus the top match of the other, and then whatever one was better.
Okay, it was only one. Well, okay, all right.
But you see what I'm saying? That's what we did last time.
Gotcha.
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. I need some ribs in my life, and I'm about to go get them.
Wait, oh shit, you and Andy. Now am I?
Yeah, I know.
I'm still in Chicago.
I wish I was, man. I wish I was.
Man, I've been here the whole time, man.
I know. Lucky ass. Anyway. Well, from Indianapolis.
Unlike HBK, I found my smile.
Right.
See?
Why can't
The goat.
HBK do it? Anyway.
HBK, the GOAT.
He ain't no goat. He barely a lamb. Anyway. I am the mastermind Bob Rogers. This Chris the Showstopper Woods out of Indianapolis. Tony Motown Allen right now out of Chicago. Marvelous Marcus Buckley out of Chicago. All of us are saying toodaloo. Have a good day. Eat a lot of ribs. Drink a lot of drink. If you're in Chicago, smoke a lot of smoke. Smoke one for me. We're not gonna talk about that one, but guys, have a good time. Have a happy 4th. Next week we will be broadcasting live, and it's my birthday bash.
Yeah, I'm about to go celebrate more.
Is it us three or is Rob gonna join us?
Hey, happy. I don't know if it's your birthday today or happy belated birthday,
right.
man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
That's like I got Naomi up here.
Yep. So
That's
guys,
his boo. That's his boo.
everybody stay safe.
All right.
Don't blow your hands off with the fireworks. Be cool.
They went crazy yesterday, but okay.
Boy. And we will definitely see you in the future.
Peace.